Thank you so much for everything. Keep up the good work. Love you.
Klein Alley Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
There we go, Lakers. Way to put it together, huh? KROQ, Klein Alley Show on a Wednesday morning. How the hell goes it?
Seems like they were really trying last night.
It did actually appear that there was some effort, which
Don't
is
you
nice.
feel like, there are days where we phone it in, let's be honest, right?
Most days.
But that's got to be the same for NBA players. I know you wouldn't think that during the playoffs, but there's got to be some games where they're just not feeling it.
Well, they like to use the term load management, and that has to do with how often they're on the court, but also like how much effort they put in. It's a 7-game series. Ideally, they want to be involved in quite a few of these 7-game series until they get to the finals, and as a result, they go, we can't put all of our effort into each and every game, but then when they get their ass kicked like they did game one, all of a sudden they start going, we should probably win a game or else we're going to be in a bad hole that we got to dig our way out of.
Well, you got to think to yourself, can I still crush it while phoning it in and not really putting in that much effort? Let's find out.
LeBron looked like he was actually, and I've been to quite a few Lakers games since LeBron has been a Laker, and a lot of times it looks like for the first 3.5 quarters, the guy is barely jogging up and down the court, and then occasionally he'll do something that's like, oh, it's going to be impressive play, and he'll put in the effort. But last night, man, that guy was moving. And he's an old dude, but he was moving yesterday. So, nice win, Lakers.
He's an old dude.
Well, he's an old dude.
What is he, 35?
He's 40, dude.
He's
41.
Basketball standards.
He is pretty old for an NBA player.
And by the way, he's been...
it's so funny just to hear Klein saying he's an old guy when he's 41.
Right.
It just strikes me as funny.
Listen, I know that I could probably keep up on the court with those guys.
I wonder
problem.
if him at a slow jog would be...
faster than all of us.
Yeah, I know,
totally.
right?
Yeah.
Because he's so big, too, that even if he's moving slowly, he's probably moving pretty fast.
And by the way, he still intimidates, pretty much every other player because most of the guys he's playing against are guys that grew up idolizing him at this point. There's like 20-year-olds out there that he was like their hero when he was started playing basketball.
Well, I got body checked by LeBron.
So anyway, nice win, Lakers. We got lots to get to today on the show. We'll send you to Dodger Stadium to enjoy some My Chem in the pit. We got that to get to. More Pizza City Fest coming up later this morning as well. And if you are a snorer or are dealing with a snorer, Allie has a theory that potentially now is the worst time you've ever experienced because something's going on in the world. And if you are used to sleeping next to a snorer, and usually it's terrible on like a level of 6 out of 10, lately she thinks everyone is experiencing a 10 out of 10 level annoyance.
Yeah, it's something I noticed because people's allergies are getting worse, and more people I know in my life are talking about this. And Omar just said yesterday that he's developed a snore all of a sudden, and another friend of mine said all of a sudden she's snoring and she has no idea why, and everybody is starting to snore and they don't have a cure.
The cause is clearly this show, but what is the cure? We will find out later this morning. We think everyone's got their own home remedies, and we'll get into that and so much more. Interaction can start immediately at 800-520-1067. Big show planned. Get excited. We're going to spend a lot of time together this morning on KROQ. K-Rock, we are Klein Alley Show. Moments away from giving you that $100 of Allie's money. If you're able to know more about the news than she does, give us a call. We'll get into that in moments. 800-520-1067 to join the show. You can also watch us as we are streaming live on YouTube right now. Lights on, cameras operational, and you can see everything there is going on inside the studio today. The good, the bad, the ugly, and the otherwise.
This is us.
That's us. No CGI here. That's us, and it's not great. But it is what it is. You know, we just re-listened to the Old People's Secret from yesterday. A lot of people trying to decipher what the woman was saying. This guy's got a theory, and as you know, when we hear these Old People's Secrets, and sometimes it's a sweet divots, or sometimes it's a they call me the barmaid. We don't necessarily know what any of them mean. We just feel like if we collect enough of them, we'll be able to live forever. And a lot of controversy from yesterday's Old People's Secret.
The old folks' secret. The 106-year-old lady said, a little powder and paint makes a gal what she ain't.
This is exactly how the woman said it yesterday.
Little powder and paint will make a gal what she ain't.
That's a 106-year-old lady speaking right there.
She needs a cup of water.
And she sounds very dry.
Just a cup of water, please.
Parched. And
woman.
well, anyway,
Yeah.
this is what this guy's theory is, and maybe it's something we all look. Maybe none of us are smart enough to figure this out.
So I believe she believes makeup is bad and she has not worn makeup throughout her life.
He believes the theory, what she's saying, is that she is an anti-makeup, and that's why she's lived to 106, because she's never put on makeup.
Does a little powder and paint makes a gal what she ain't. She's pretending to be something new. Sweet dippity-doo. I got it, I think. I'm not sure.
Guy's so proud of himself because he thinks he was able to decipher the old person code.
Yeah, but that lady is an avid painter, isn't she?
She is a painter, but potentially not on her own face, maybe. Who knows? I don't know the reason right there, but that's
so many layers to this secret.
So many
I didn't
layers.
realize. It could really hurt your brain trying to figure it all out.
I planned on never thinking about that ever again in my life.
But this just supports you, supports your theory that they are just trying to confuse us.
They're just confusing us. Once again, back to my theory, the old people are trying to sabotage us. They want us all to die an early death.
And who has ever heard that phrase before?
No one. But
I mean,
maybe
That's like
that
a phrase from like 1890 or something.
Yeah, remember she's the one who used to do noodle racing or whatever, barrel
That's
racing.
when paint was new. Like
Right.
lead paint was all the rage.
So
Oh, I love me some lead paint.
They were like
man.
painting their faces with lead.
Coming up this morning, as we mentioned, we'll get you into My Chem at Dodger Stadium. We got that to look forward to. A new round of butt stuff. Yay, butt stuff's back,
Yay.
baby. And I can't wait to share with you some of the breaking cruise news we've received from our very own Vanessa.
Oh my God, I am living for cruise news.
Cruise news is exciting. I mean, here's just a tease of what we can look forward to later this morning. She's on the high seas right now, somewhere between the oceans of California and Mexico.
So I was about to get you guys a bottle of tequila, but the guy thought I was stupid, and I was like, it's $140. $140. I was like, sir, come on, buddy. Look at my face. $140? So you're not going to net tequila bottle today. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see.
Maybe tomorrow.
I don't know why that's news, by the way, but she sounds hammered every time. And
News is a very loose term at this point.
yeah, I don't know what the goal was with this cruise news, but so far you will thoroughly enjoy. You'll get to live vicariously. It's like we're all going to go on a virtual cruise today with Vanessa.
I love that she still is considering buying us a $140 bottle of tequila tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I'm still...
Look at, no way.
I'm
Okay,
also
maybe tomorrow.
Convinced she doesn't understand the difference between American dollar and pesos. I think there's a chance that she's confused by all that.
Right.
Who knows? We'll find out coming up. If you'd like an easy $100 right now, get on the phones, 800-520-1067. 5 questions about the news. Will Allie know the answers, or will you? We'll pay the people next on KROQ.
My Chemical Romance finally announced what they have been teasing.
Band are believed to be heading out on a headlining tour.
It is a 2025 tour for the Black Parade.
The Black Parade is also the name of our alter ego on this record. This was a really difficult record to make.
It became the defining album of their career, and for some, the defining album of an entire movement, an entire period of musical history.
Nothing poignant to say, just holy...
It's the KROQ Pit Parade. Win tickets in the pit to My Chemical Romance. Listen to 9, 3, and 6 to see them on their long-lived The Black Parade North American Tour. July 26th or 27th at Dodger Stadium. Night 1, sold out. Night 2 on sale now. Courtesy of Live Nation.
Hey, this is Gerard, and this is Frank from My Chemical Romance. Win tickets all this week.
Win tickets to the pit to My Chemical Romance.
My Chemical Romance and KROQ.
Yeah.
KROQ, Klein Alley Show. Perhaps you felt the jolt last night as you were going to sleep or just getting home or whatever the case may have been.
Man.
Big jolt. A lot of people still recovering. 3.9 or North Hollywood.
Some people like Klein are still recovering.
Real shaker. Still have not been able to sleep. Really messed me up good,
I got
man.
PTSD.
Well, there's no one you can sue for that, but if you've been playing a lot of video games lately, apparently there's lots of people you can sue. There's a class action suit that's been going on now that claims that if you've spent any serious amount of time playing any games, app games, traditional video games, etc., you could be entitled to real money, and a woman just got paid out because she claimed that her Candy Crush addiction was crippling.
Well, there's endless levels.
Endless.
I'm at level 1069, I believe.
Yeah, and you're nowhere near the end. And if you ever get to the end, they'll just make more levels.
Yes, because it's very easy to just make more levels.
She finally ended up getting paid close to $250,000 because they agreed that she was right. And the way that the video game manufacturers operate now is that they are supposedly, this is according to the class action lawsuit that's going on right now.
Man, she could probably buy so many Crush combos with that $250,000.
She sure could. They are embedding, quote, addictive psychological features into popular games like Minecraft, GTA 5, Fortnite. This is proposally done to hook players, compelling them to spend excessive time and money on gaming.
Of course.
This is what they're designed to do.
If they're good at their jobs, that's what they're doing.
Now, I guess that, like anything else, they claim that if they can find proof that they were attempting to get people to get, quote, addicted and spend money and spend time to the point now where they're saying people are missing school, missing jobs,
any video
relationships.
game is designed to have you keep playing. They want you to play as long as you can.
But for whatever reason, I don't know where that line is. Now there's a giant class action lawsuit that's going on. That
and you can do it with our phones. You can do it with social media. You could do it with
the notifications.
Girl Scout
releases
cookies.
That dopamine. Yeah.
Girl Scout cookies, all of it.
Literally, you can find anything addicting, and we find everything addicting now. I was just actually reading about how people are getting addicted to AI and chatbots because if you're lonely and you want to talk to somebody, you can talk to AI as long as you want to, and people are now like speaking to them so often that they feel like they can't go without it, like it's a friend of theirs that they need to constantly be checking in with.
Well, there's a wellness retreat that apparently has just opened up for people that were addicted to the day trading of the cryptocurrency. Got
that's
so
just like gambling.
Overpowering and all the emotions, the highs, the lows, that they said, this is overtaking my entire life. I've gone completely broke. I decided to go all in on Fartcoin, and it bankrupted my family, and now I got to check into a rehab to deal with this. But are we becoming more addicted? You think as a society now we are just getting addicted easier to things?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the internet is to blame, but I also think that they know, like, we are consumers. That's what we do. We consume content. We consume new products, everything.
Right. We're like termites.
Yes, exactly. We consume everything in our path. And whether you are somebody who's addicted to gambling, whether it's, online or in person, somebody like me would be finding an addiction in places like Temu and deal hunting and things like that, where I look at my Temu app and there's a spinning wheel going spin, spin, spin. You can win 100% off these 10 items. And I'm like, and it's all programmed to trigger that same part of your brain that wants more, more, more. What's the next thing? What's the next rush?
But I don't believe all addictions are respected the same. Because if you were to meet someone and they're like, oh man, I was crazy addicted to heroin for a while and now I'm on the recovery. People are like, hey man, props, good work, man. That's not easy to kick heroin. But if someone else is like,
a Fartcoin guy?
I'm addicted to Fartcoin. I've been playing the meme. Like, it was like, dude, you're not addicted to anything. Like, get the F out of here.
Well, I think having an embarrassing addiction is tough. Like, yes, if you have something traditional, that's, you have your own things that you've done to get drugs or alcohol or whatever, and you have those stories and you have a shame attached to that, etc. But there's a different shame attached when you say, I spent 7 hours last night on online bingo.
909 says Allie, not to rub it in, but I'm on level 9,345 on Candy Crush. You got a long way to go.
No, yeah, I was doing it like every single day, and then I actually got mugged because I was walking down the street at night on Candy Crush, and because I couldn't stop playing, and I had like a 5-minute walk ahead of me, and because I was looking down at my phone and not paying attention, I got mugged, and then my phone got stolen, and then I had to start my Candy Crush streak all over again.
My levels.
I know all the candies that I popped.
Probably crushing right now. Yeah, I wonder is there something that you are currently addicted to? Like defend your addiction. Like for instance, you're into it. You know, it's probably gotten to that point of. I think that. Even buying stuff on Amazon has become a weird addiction for certain people because they just kind of can't get through the day without looking and getting, especially if you're constantly getting the updates of what's arriving. And it's very easy now for us to fall into the trap. I'm curious. We'll share with you ours. Love to hear yours. You can text, you can call 800-520-1067.
Klein, Alley, Show! Mornings on KROQ 106.7 KROQ.
Klein Alley Show. Thank you to everyone on the text line that said that our show has become their most unhealthy addiction, and now I feel like I must listen, and when I'm not listening, I'm missing out on stuff, so much so that I listen to the podcast afterwards, and I'm getting the shakes. So thank you for that. Greatly appreciate you. Talking addictions now. Apparently a giant class action suit is underway for anyone who feels like they've been addicted to video games or apps because they're designed to get you hooked and keep you there forever, and that's not okay. People addicted now these days to cryptocurrencies. My addiction is old school. It's gambling. That's the thing. When I get around a casino and I start hearing those noises.
Do you gamble every day?
I could gamble every day. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you could, but do you?
Not every day, but that's just because I'm a little tapped right now. But if I got a little bit more in the reserves, I could see myself gambling every day.
And how far in the hole have you been before?
Well, there's a listener to this show that called in to bet me $100 on that Tyson fight. You remember that? Mm-hmm. And I bet him on I thought Tyson was going to win, and I owed him $100, and then I was going to pay him on the side because I pay all my debts. And then he wrote to me, "You want to double?"
Said with confidence.
Want to double or nothing?
Because I pay all my debts.
He goes, "You want to double or nothing?" And I go, "Sure, let's double or nothing." Went up to 2. I was down 2. Then I was down 4. Then I was down 8. And I think I currently owe him over $1,000.
Yeah, but you've owed more than that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's why I moved to the West Coast. I owed a bookie a ton of money on the East Coast.
How much money?
North of 20.
Wow.
Yeah, north of 20.
And then you ran away from that?
But I was up for a period before then. And
Did you explain that to him? He'll probably understand.
He's in jail now for another 4 years, and then I'll have to deal with that. But for the time being.
Oh, my God. What if you were the first person he found?
He may. Jeremiah on KROQ. Good morning.
Good morning.
What is your addiction?
I've been addicted to World of Warcraft since 2004, and I've lost a marriage over it, lost 3 or 4 jobs over it.
Wow, that's a real deal addiction. This guy's up for that class action lawsuit money right there.
So, how long have you been playing?
Since 2004, since it came out.
So you've been playing for 20 plus years, and you still find it that interesting?
It's ever changing, and then they re-released all the original content. So when everybody started complaining that the new stuff's getting boring, they're not creating new things, they re-released the old stuff that we had all the nostalgia for, and everybody went back to that.
When your wife,
they're making small changes.
When your wife said to you at some point, "It's me or World of Warcraft," you clearly made your choice, huh?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Did she give you a chance to save the marriage and say "Look, I'll stay with you, but you got to give up this World of Warcraft"? And you're like, "Sorry, you don't have new levels every week like this does."
No, there was no chance. It was just, hey, I'm not getting enough attention. This other person gives me attention that I so need and desire. So she kind of fell in love with someone else because all my attention was either a work if I was working, and then come home and 12 hours a day World of Warcraft.
And what jobs did you lose?
Oh, man, I've been a general manager of, a bowling alley, a general manager of, at the time, a Subway up in Washington.
Oh,
cushy gigs.
Full circle.
Yeah. There is no better way to start your day than by being a winner, and sometimes that's tickets or access, or sometimes it's just cash. Allie's cash. It's more fun than winning regular cash because she hates parting with her own money. That's El Cheapo. Take the money from El Cheapo's hand. Oh, something sweet about that.
Oh, burns forever.
Every morning you get a chance right around this time. Little Allie knows the news action. We'll get to that in a moment. Before we do that, though, on the phone, is this the one-armed Gary?
This is the one-armed Gary.
Wow, one-armed Gary. When we go a few months without hearing from this guy, I just assume it's been game over. I thought you got poped.
No, didn't get pooped.
Great. Good to hear from you, buddy.
I think that your girlfriend probably thinks you're dead half the days of the week, too, right, Gary?
That's for sure. And remember what you said? Oh, Tina's solid.
Tina is solid. Tina's solid. She stays by your side no matter how many weird shenanigans you get yourself into. Well, what can we do for you, One-Armed Gary? We got to get into a game right now for Allie to give out some of her money.
I wanted to try and do the Allie knows her thing, to go against her.
Allie knows her thing?
Oh, wait a minute.
Just give him the money.
Take it, sir.
Hold on. You're calling for Allie Knows the News to be a contestant.
Allie knows the thing.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
What's the name of the segment? That's your first question.
Yeah. The name of the segment is Allie Knows the News.
There you go.
Okay. Hold on. Feel bad.
Wait, are you calling to play or to do an intro?
Well, I have a song for you.
Got it.
Besides that, I do want to go on and fight you.
I feel bad because there's all these, actual regular, just run-of-the-mill listeners that are waiting to play as well, and I would love to give them a shot to win your money, but I do feel like for comedy's sake, we must let Gary play this, right?
Just to have it go completely off the rails. There's probably a normal Gary on the phone, too.
I don't have I got a Joseph here, I got a Sherwin here, I got a lot of other names here, but I only got one Gary. One-armed Gary. Hey, Gary, out of curiosity, if you were to do a theme song for Allie Knows the News, how would that sound?
A theme song?
Yeah.
Yeah, I go, Allie knows the news. She might be able to sell her shoes, but Allie knows the news. She's breaking the news. Allie!
You think that's better than this one?
She walks around in just her bra. Blech. Let's find out if Allie knows the news.
That's a beautiful song right there. They're both good
Doesn't
for different
even
reasons.
rhyme.
I think it's a great song. I think it does. Right?
All right, guys.
Gary, all right. Gary, you know what?
I got a question for Gary.
Go ahead, Jake.
Have you rebuilt your river fort yet?
Yes, I have.
This guy built a river fort. He has it in the middle of the woods.
Where's that? Where is that? In the hills here of Los Angeles?
No, it's in the L.A. ditch.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah,
the famous area, the L.A. ditch.
Yeah, the LA
area.
It's very up and coming.
Is that your hideout, Gary? After you burn a boat, you go there for to lay low?
No, look, I've got 2 new boats, so I'm ready.
All right.
You got more boats.
Everyone needs a go-to ditch.
I can't let him play the game, but I do. Stay on the phone. We have a lot of follow-up questions for you. Let's give someone else a chance to go ahead. Let's head to Riverside right now. Hey, good morning. Hey, Joseph.
Yes.
Hi. Would you like to play Allie Knows the News?
Of course, yes.
We'll give don't let us down. We passed up on One-Armed Gary to give you a chance to win $100 of Allie's money. She's going to leave the KROQ studios now. Once she is sequestered far, far away, your round will begin, and all you got to do is answer these quickly, confidently, and accurately, and do better than Allie. And here we go.
Allie Knows the News.
The LA Zoo is apparently shipping off 2 of these to Tulsa.
Tulsa, let's go with red pandas.
Red pandas. Man, if the LA Zoo had some red pandas, why would you ship those away? Those are cash cows, just in merch alone. We go to question number 2. Let's go with the all-you-can-eat wing deal is returning to this restaurant. As many restaurants are moving away from the all-you-can-eat plan, this place says we're bringing it back. Which place is bringing back all-you-can-eat wings?
That is B-Dub, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Go to question number 3. Many Uber users are saying that if you try to pay with this, the fare price actually increases. What are they saying? There's a fare increase if you pay with what?
Venmo?
Venmo. Go to question number 4. The president is considering giving out medals to women who accomplish what?
That's a tough one. Women who accomplished going to space.
All right, and finally, question number 5. Let's go with this. This car company has just announced that their profits have plummeted by 70%.
The only one that I know that Tesla.
All right, hold on one second. Hey, Gary, you heard that while on hold. How many of those would you have gotten right?
What?
Great. That guy, he doesn't get great reception in his river fort, apparently. Let's bring Allie back in. We'll score it together. Let's see how Joseph's going to do. $100 up for grabs. Text line says, easy round if Allie knows the news. A lot of people claiming they got a perfect 5 for 5. Well, let's go ahead and determine it together. Allie, you're battling Joseph in Riverside for $100 of your own money. Question number 1. The LA Zoo is reportedly sending 2 of these to Tulsa. Goodbye. They're moving to Tulsa.
Pandas?
Oh, man. He guessed
riddance.
pandas, too. A much more expensive transit for elephants.
Oh, damn.
Elephants are leaving the LA Zoo and moving to Tulsa.
Are those the ones that everyone protests about? Because there's a couple elephants that, like, if you go into the zoo, there's protesters every day that are like, Billy,
oh, is that
free Billy.
I think they're protesting about all animals. Just elephants?
No,
primarily?
there's one specific one that they're upset about. For a certain reason. And I don't know if it's that one because they're trying to get rid of the issue.
I'm glad they're getting rid of those elephants. I spent a lot of time marching over to find those stupid elephants at the LA Zoo, and then they're like hidden and you can't even see them.
And there's just like a ball hanging, and you're like, when is he going to play with the ball?
It's, but I guess, man, they're moving to Tulsa. Wow. So we go to question number 2. No one gets the point. Question 2. This all-you-can-eat wing deal is returning to which restaurant?
Wingstop?
Oh, Allie saying Wingstop. Once again, I think Allie's confused between restaurants and takeout places.
Oh, did you say fast food? Sorry.
I just said restaurant, but the correct answer is Buffalo Wild Wings, and I'll tell you who got that right. Joseph got it right. He goes up by 1. B-Dubs is bringing it back. Go to question number 3. Many Uber users are saying that using this to pay for their ride is increasing the actual fare price.
Yeah, using an Uber gift card.
All right, he said Venmo. He's wrong. Allie is correct. You got one of those Uber gift cards and you use that to pay for your ride. Apparently prices are going up, so that doesn't make sense at all. We go to question number 4. It's tied up to 1-1. Question 4. The president is now considering giving out medals for women who've accomplished what?
Motherhood.
All right, he said going to space, which is very trendy now, but the correct answer is the president has claimed that any women who have multiple babies deserve medals, and that is correct. That is correct,
Is there audio of this, of him saying this?
Oh, there's got to be. There's audio.
I got to find that.
There's audio of him saying everything. And you can tell it was him, like, riffing.
We're going to make medals.
Yeah, of course,
we're going to make a lot of medals.
A lot of medals.
For all the
best medals, the best moms in America.
We're going to start sending them out next week.
They probably told him his approval ratings with women are, like, at the in the basement.
Oh, for
so
sure,
like,
totally.
I'll get them back. Olympic
That's
medals.
what ladies like.
Women
best
like
moms.
Women like shiny things. Give them some medals. And Allie goes up 1 with 1 question left. Here we go. This auto company has claimed that their profits have plummeted by 70%.
Tesla.
All right, he said Tesla as well. Allie has mushed Tesla. It is Tesla. Joseph,
I did not mush Tesla.
You put in a great effort, but unfortunately your round of Allie Knows the News comes to an end right now. And what must you shamefully admit?
My name is Joseph, and Allie Knows the News.
Yeah, that's not popular opinion, but it is true on KROQ. Panty haul. Panty
good stuff,
hauls
man.
are all the rage, and I forget what the bet was, but right before Allie went on her life-changing adventure on the river, she lost a bet on the show, and as a result, the punishment is that she had to do a panty haul. I think we had a bet on
I was on the championship game.
NCAA championship men's basketball game. I had Florida, and Allie lost, and as a result, we said whoever loses has to go out and shoot and post a panty haul video. Now, if you're not familiar with panty hauls, I was not. I think this show made me aware of what panty hauls were.
Yeah, and do you want to explain what they are, Omar, to anyone who doesn't know? Since
Omar's
you're an
seen
expert?
thousands of them now.
Yeah. Basically, it's ladies like Instagram models or, just the girl next door. They order panties from Amazon and they just try them on YouTube.
And then they go, yeah, look at these ones. These ones are red.
That's all it is.
And then they go, and these ones are
They
Hanes.
do like unboxing, but it's like, they're in packages or whatever.
But is the idea that they're trying to find good underwear? Like, are they selling it?
That's the idea.
Or
right,
is it just
exactly.
guys like you
They're like
watching it?
underwear experts?
Well, they do this for everything, but a lot of them are for specific...
And Allie, I'm really the wrong person to ask about why they're doing this, because that's when I'm not there.
You're
for
not
that.
a customer.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, women watch it because they actually want to know.
Really?
Yeah, like, if I'm going to buy an outfit or if I'm going to buy underwear or bras, what are they, other than just looking at a picture online, I want to see what it looks like on a real human being.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, and they have
people
different
will
body
try
types
them
and
on.
stuff.
Yeah, so it's like, here's somebody with my body type trying on this outfit or these underwear or something. And then if I see how it looks on her, maybe it would fit me. So I'm more likely to order it.
Since we're giant YouTube stars as well right now, give me an idea, Omar, as to how many views these panty haul videos get. Are they getting like
they're in the millions,
Oh,
dude.
they are. Millions.
Yes.
And what percentage of those views would you guess are people that are actually in the market to buy underwear versus guys like Omar sitting in Rancho Cucamonga watching the videos?
I'm going to say it's probably 99% pervs and then 1% people that are actually interested in buying the product.
Frills.
And do you think that the women that are doing the panty haul videos, do you think they know?
Of course they know.
do. Okay.
Oh, yeah. They turn it on, too.
They don't think that they're like helping out, like, oh, this is great. All these young women are going to be able to buy better underwear.
No, not whatsoever.
So they know exactly what's happening.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of one of those ruses that everyone's in on, but it's happening anyway. And you don't feel like you're being, because it's on YouTube, there's a level of decorum there where your search history is not going to look egregious because you were like,
your playlist is whack.
I was just on YouTube. It's all panty haul videos.
Yeah.
You're just really interested in panties.
So Allie,
I'm doing the research.
Allie lost a bet, and as a result, she will be shooting and posting her very own panty haul video.
Yeah, and I ordered my panties.
This will cure Omar's addiction.
Oh, no.
I can cure anyone's addiction, especially a sexual one. But I ordered 3 to 4 different types of panties. I'm going granny. I'm not doing thongs and stuff like that. So I did a few different types of granny panties, and I realized that I probably should tell Katie what I'm doing. So I mentioned it yesterday.
So here's Allie breaking the news to her wife that she is going to now be shooting a panty haul video, which I could imagine.
Which her reaction was actually not what I expected. I didn't think she would be supportive necessarily.
Was it this? Or was it this?
Okay, stop it.
Neither of
She
those.
didn't do any of those reactions.
That's the one.
She did tell me I shouldn't do it, and she gave me an alternative.
All right, let's take a listen. This is a hidden audio exclusive.
Did the mail come today? I don't think I checked the mail once in New York. I'm waiting for a
Oh my God! For the entire 10 days you're out of town, she didn't check the mail one time.
No, she doesn't care about the mail.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, this is Allie saying that she's expecting a big shipment of underwear here.
I'm waiting for a shipment of panties. Oh, okay. I have to make a panty haul video. Panty haul?
Panty haul video?
Which is another video series that I'm sure Omar would love.
Yes. One little typo. You're in a whole new
put
series.
some holes in there.
Panty haul. Haul? Yeah, panty haul. I've been meaning, I just saw this puke. I've been meaning to clean up the other one. Thanks.
By the way, she just told me about the cat puke on the carpet that she hasn't cleaned up.
I thought she said, I just saw this puke.
I just saw this puke and I've been meaning to clean it up.
Was that...
How long has it been there?
I don't know.
I think it's from the second Allie said she's shooting a panty haul video. Katie goes, "Oh, there's puke there."
I just saw this puke because I puked it.
I instantly puked when I heard your plan.
I've been meaning. I just saw this puke. I've been meaning to clean up the other one. Thanks.
You know, if you have a stereotype of a bunch of lesbians living around the house with cats running wild and panties coming in the mail and piles of cat puke, and you think it's a stereotype, it's a reality.
Okay.
It's happening in Allie's
Smells
house.
great in our house, by the way.
Do you know what panty hauls are? No. It's where people make videos where they try on a bunch of different panties. In the hallway? No, it's like they have a...
Oh, she thinks it's a panty haul.
Like it's a haul of panties, which is another great idea.
Wow, so many good ideas.
What a haunted house.
No, panty hall.
The hall of panties.
In the hallway? No, it's like they have a haul of panties that they bought, and they like try on the panties on the video.
Hey, Omar, how many pairs must they try on for it to be officially a panty haul?
I don't know, dude. I'm just skimming, dude. What do you want from me?
Like, is 3 pairs not a haul? Is that just like a...
Your guess is as good as mine,
I have
man.
10 to 12 pairs. I feel like that's a haul.
That's a haul. I think anything double digits is definitely a haul. That's a panty haul.
And I always buy underwear in double digits.
You gotta buy them in bulk, you know?
No, you're not doing that.
Okay, so she's not happy.
No, but she makes an interesting point.
There's
and
another
I think we should hear her out.
There's another pile of puke now, Allie. Where did this come from?
But I have to for the show. That's only funny if Kevin does it, not you.
Well, and she's not wrong. And
She's not wrong.
And I was going to do it. And there was a time in that game, a lot of that game, I thought I was going to be the guy posting the panty haul video.
And not underwear that guys would wear, the same underwear that I'm buying.
I don't even think they have guy panty haul videos. Do they, Omar?
I do not know the answer.
Yeah, you're the
They
expert.
should.
You should. You're the expert. You're the panty haul expert.
Why wouldn't it be funny if I did it? Like, because I think people would like... I just think it's different for women than it is. It's better to make fun of him.
Great.
I mean, it's true.
I agree.
It's not better.
So I think what Katie's really saying, and I agree, is that you should do the panty haul video.
First of all, I don't think people will make fun of you. It'll be more sexy. Well, I was going to do granny panties.
That's a lot of processing time right there. She said nothing. Just went completely silent on that
The
one.
conversation ends very quickly after this.
Oh, really?
I was just going to do granny... Why are you looking at me like that? Do your assessment.
Oh, man. That's an aggressive
I was about to
slam
start
right there.
therapy, by the way. She was like, do your assessment and start your session, and then closes the door.
I mean,
on
there's
me.
nothing. There's something super funny about the concept of you saying, "I'm going to do granny panties." Followed by that.
Well, I'm going to make it today after the underwear arrive.
Oh, look
They're
at
supposed to arrive today.
Hey, bra lady's not enough. She got a taste of being bra lady. Now she's going to go full
Panty
on
lady.
panty lady. This is exciting. It's KROQ. We are Klein Alley's show. show. Lots to get to this morning on a Wednesday, and in a few moments we'll get to your ADD news. But then later, the news that all of us are waiting for, another batch of cruise news.
Cruise news. It is 10:15 in Puerto Vallarta.
So it'll be a virtual cruise for us all as we get to live vicariously through Vanessa.
We got back on the boat, I don't know, like 5, I think. Anyways.
She sounds either super drunk or super hungover in every cruise news we've received.
There's a lot of highs and lows.
So many.
On the high seas.
It's going to be a real turbulent journey on the cruise as we bring you some cruise news and your ADD news after this quick break. And then stick around so we can get you into Pizza City Fest and My Chem at Dodger Stadium, all coming up this morning here on KROQ.
106.7 FM.
You're making broadcast history by witnessing the miracle of
Klein, Ellie Show. Mornings. The world famous KROQ.
Hey, it's your buddy Klein.
Yeah.
Well,
Whatever
where are you
I
at
can
now?
do.
Where are you at now in your addiction? Pretty deep still?
I'm on my way home to play World of Warcraft.
Oh, man, you are deep.
Yeah, but you have a job now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's the funny part, because what my job is, you think I could beat my addiction to World of Warcraft.
What is your job?
I'm a substance abuse counselor, so I help people with other addictions.
Man. Do you come clean with them and tell them, like, I get what you're going through?
Yeah, I have self-disclosure that, like, hey, man, like, just because you beat one addiction doesn't mean you're not susceptible to other ones. 'Cause I did overcome drug addiction in my life, and one of the ways I overcame that is some good friends of mine who actually cared about me bought me a computer in 2004 and bought me World of Warcraft.
Oh, man. Look at that. That's the irony of that.
Let me hand you your next addiction.
Put away the drugs. Get a sweet router. Matt, what are you addicted to?
I am somewhat addicted to sniffing blankets and old T-shirts.
Now, with the blankets, is it the smellier the better, or are you like clean ones?
The smellier the better.
Man.
Like, really, like before my old one got thrown away, I had it since I was a baby. And it just calmed me down.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I
But-
smell my blankie every single night.
Yeah, but you still do, Allie?
Yeah, but
Oh.
it's a ratted mess.
Yeah, it is gross.
And I recently found out that the T-shirt that I used to create the blankie is now a vintage T-shirt worth hundreds of dollars.
But Matt, this is an addiction that's kind of a secret addiction, right? This hasn't cost you relationships. This hasn't cost you jobs, has it?
I mean, I just never thought it would be like romantic to, like to sniff a blanket with a girl.
It can be. Next.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, you're speaking to Allie on this one. Ruben, what is your
Don't
current?
stop doing what you're doing.
What is your current addiction? Apparently, we're more addicted to things now than ever before. There's lots of addictions now.
Right now, they're spending my money on Pokemon cards.
And you're buying the packs hoping that you open up and you get one of those valuable ones, or is it buying the ones that already have value, hoping they go up?
I buy singles and then I'd still buy packs, hoping I get like the good ones.
Because that is the rush. I remember that rush. I haven't bought cards in a while, but the rush that you would open up a pack and get a Shaq Beam Team card, or you'd get some sweet, vintage card. Nowadays, they're putting there's so much talk about, like, they put this, they put a Mike Trout card in a pack randomly, and if you happen to get that card, it's worth, game over, retire time.
We go back to what we were talking about. That's how they're designed.
Right, of course.
They're designed to keep you buying them because you might get something good. It's that same part of your brain.
This card has a piece of Shohei Ohtani's sock in it. It's worth $40 million.
Just saying, you can't sue everybody.
Well, that's where you're wrong.
This is America.
We could sue everybody, and we will. I wish we had time for more of these calls because they're fascinating, but we got to wrap up the show. Turn it over to Nicole Alvarez. Your favorite addiction is about to come to an end next on KROQ. Let's find out what's going on in the world. Look at your ADD news. Then a brand new hour of the show can officially begin. We got some Pizza City Fest for you, and Dodger Stadium is in your future for some MyChem in the Pit. That's all coming up later this morning. But first, this.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
There are some trends that are questionable from the beginning, and when they're over, you regret it. You never speak of it again. Now, the Ice Bucket Challenge was a huge trend about 10 years ago where people were challenging one another to pour buckets of ice or ice water onto their heads to raise awareness for ALS. It was something that raised millions of dollars and a lot of awareness for ALS, and it was for a great cause, but it also got very annoying to see on your feed very quickly. And now, 10 years later, it is making a comeback. And you can thank the University of South Carolina college students for this. They wanted to do something to raise awareness for mental health. And they were like, what should we do? Why don't we just do the Ice Bucket Challenge again? And they had a goal of $500. They were able to successfully bring back the entire trend. Now they've raised over hundreds of thousands of dollars and counting for mental health. But
I would be mad. If I was ALS, I'd be mad.
So that's what some people are saying. They're like, okay, this kind of overshadows the first reason for doing this, which was to raise awareness about ALS, which a lot of people didn't know about.
But if someone's 20 now, then they were 10 when the Ice Bucket Challenge was first happening. They were unaware. They probably weren't on social as much. And now they think they started a whole new thing. They don't even realize
that this was done already.
We were all pouring ice on each other a decade ago, raising money for ALS.
Do you guys do videos?
Hold on. What was that, Johnny?
Me and my friends didn't. We didn't even know it was associated with like a charity and stuff. We thought it was just a big trend to do.
Right. I can imagine that you had no idea what it was about. That story checks out. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know, but you're right, though. Like, now it's like, now I know, but like back then it was just like, oh, let's just do it to do it. And then who do you even give the money to?
Omar, the answer to your question
we'll never know.
Did I ever participate in the Ice Bucket Challenge?
No.
Yeah, no, I did not.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, wow, okay.
Because I don't believe in charity.
Klein, I would like to nominate you for the non-Ice Bucket Challenge.
Great. What does that involve?
It involves not doing this trend.
Here's the trend we should do. It's called the Bucket Challenge. We put a bucket on Johnny's head and he has to cross Wilshire Boulevard.
Cool.
Just try to make it all the way across.
For ALS or mental health?
For no reason at all.
For fun.
For fun. For
What
our
do
show.
I do, though? What do I catch in the bucket?
Well, see, you don't put.
What do you catch in the bucket?
You put
Did you not listen?
Johnny, you put a bucket
Brain
over your
cells.
head.
Good luck.
What's the point of going across the street with the bucket then?
You put
It's
a
like, it'd be
bucket-
funny if you guys tried throwing stuff in the bucket.
What's funny is we put a giant bucket on your head so you can't see and you have to cross Wilshire Boulevard.
Oh, covering my eyes. Oh, I thought you meant like on top of my head.
Let's raise money for Johnny to get a brain transplant, guys. I mean, there's a good charity right
I mean,
there.
it is for mental health.
That is mental health for sure.
I think he needs some mental health.
A lot
for
of
sure.
it, yeah.
Another trend that is coming back is the Kool-Aid Man Challenge. Now, this one I could probably get more down with,
Here
though
we
it
go.
is creating hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of damages. Take a listen.
Remember this?
Hey, Kool-Aid!
It's the classic TV commercial for Kool-Aid, and now it's being copied in a destructive social media challenge.
Now, you remember this happening a few years ago, where people were driving through fences and stuff?
And then saying, oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I love that.
So that's back.
It's being called the Kool-Aid Man Challenge. Ben Hella lives on Staten Island, New York, and is the latest homeowner to have his property vandalized.
They run full speed into your fence. They take the whole fence down.
Apparently, this challenge went viral a few years ago.
He didn't know what caused the damage until he screened surveillance video taken from across the street. It shows three
A
youngsters
giant man in
running
a red pitcher was standing there.
It was Johnny with a bucket on his head.
right through the fence.
You can see they're getting themselves ready, right? They're pumping each other up. You can see the one kid actually runs ahead and gets his phone out. He's like, oh, I got to film this.
Yeah.
Right? Boom.
I love
It
it.
sounds like they're enjoying it.
Yeah.
They're all
Even
like,
the
yeah, I
guy's
know.
fence is gone. He's like, yeah. They're
Yeah.
like, boom. All right. How is this for a headline? LA chainsaw tree massacre suspect in custody.
Oh, Omar got busted. Good.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't me.
No, it's
But
kind
free
of
that guy.
Well-
Come on.
it's wrongfully.
Free chainsaw guy.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So just ahead of Earth Day, we learned that a bunch of trees were being cut down by chainsaw in downtown LA. There were a series of trees on different streets that had been hacked down, no apparent reason. And people were trying to figure out who would do something like this and why. And I think we knew all along that it was going to be crazy homeless guy, right?
I would think it's a new thing called the Chainsaw Challenge, which is
Chainsaw Challenge.
Come back. After 3 years. Raised lots of money.
Destroy the environment challenge.
We raised money to plant more trees. That's the idea.
So they found a picture of the guy on some surveillance footage, and it was a guy, crazy homeless guy on a bike with a big black bag, probably containing the chainsaw. Then when the cops saw it, they said, we know that guy. We know where he hangs out. They were able to go to one of his hangouts and find him and arrest him. But the most annoying part about this is that removing these trees and planting new ones is just very expensive for the city. And if you've ever, I've never had to have a tree removed, but they are so expensive.
Oh, it sucks. When I moved into my house, I had to remove 2 big cottonwood trees. It was, back then, it was like 5 Gs.
You paid way too much. You could have probably given this homeless guy a sandwich.
I know, I
He would've
should have
done
just
it for
hired
you.
this guy.
Well, because there's only like 2 ways to do it. You have to either pull the whole thing out, so you have to dig a gigantic
And
hole in
that's
order
insane.
and you have to get all the roots out, or you have to get like a wood chipper and
Yeah, to
basically
grind the
grind the
stump.
thing down, and it's really, really a crappy process. I almost swore.
I remember they say, like, look, you have diseased trees. And I'm like, so what's the option? Well, you should remove them so the disease doesn't spread. They go, or what happens? They just sit here and the problem will solve itself, right? They're like, well, I guess, yeah, technically, yes, but I wouldn't do that. I'm like, great, goodbye.
Okay, thank you so
Thank you for
much.
coming.
No, thank you.
Tree's killing
and
itself.
Then just another piece of trivia for In-N-Out that I wanted to share with you, because this was going around yesterday. Did you know that In-N-Out, there's one guest number that they will never call out?
69.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
No way.
Yep. Yeah, I know this because the other day I was at the In-N-Out and I went into the one at by LAX. You know, it's my favorite one.
They go
And
from 68 right to guest number 70.
I got 68, and I was thinking to myself, oh my
man,
God.
I should have gone behind this other guy in line.
So close. And I waited around to hear them call the next one. They jumped right over it.
Whoa.
Yeah, they don't like that. They like Bible numbers, but they
That's
do not
lame.
like sex numbers.
I wonder how long it took them to figure that out. Go, all right, guys, we're not doing it anymore.
I bet they would call it out, and the whole place would like burst into like applause.
Yes!
You know? And-
Nice.
Right.
69.
Yeah, congrats.
Guest number 69.
All right. Ooh, 69. Yeah. We got a brand new hour of the show. We'll get to it in just a moment. Perhaps it will be the greatest hour of your life. The only one way to find out is by listening to KROQ. We are Klein Alley Show. Good morning.
Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Hell yeah. Welcome to KROQ on a Wednesday morning. We are Klein Alley Show. Nice to meet you. If you're new, perhaps you had a friend or coworker that convinced you to start listening, or you're listening accidentally. Regardless, good to have you with us. My name's Klein. That is Allie. You got DJ Omar Khan, the audio sniper right there. Jake the Nerd.
What's up?
In the back room, the man they call Postmaster Johnny. And he is by himself back there because Vanessa is on the high seas. But fear not, we've got a lot of cruise news to bring you this hour, including more evidence that we've hired a child to work for us. And I'm going to play this for you right now because Omar's theory is that Vanessa is an actual child that we've all been somehow duped. And maybe she doesn't even realize she's a child because she came to this country under very questionable, weird circumstances. And now we are convinced that potentially this is like one of those weird Hulu docs where we have accidentally hired someone that is like 12 to produce this radio show. And listen to this.
Cruise news.
She's on the high seas in
That's
Mexico.
her making boom boom.
Yeah.
I'm surviving because I'm still not been hungover. Last night we had 10 drinks. Oh, yeah. And we survived. Woo!
That person's, I don't know what's going on there. That's her friend she's cruising with, but apparently they are hungover. And listen to this.
Oh, today in Puerto Vallarta we're doing tequila testing.
Not called tequila testing. It's tequila tasting.
Is this tequila? Yes. Is this tequila? Yes, it is.
Yeah, so she's apparently got a full day of tequila tasting in her future.
So I feel like that's going to be the real echoes. I might have a story for you there. That's all I got for you. Just, it's cool in here. Yesterday we woke up early.
She even talks the way that my kids talk when I get home, and I'm like, what was your day like today? And they don't really have the ability to tell it.
I got up.
I woke up early. Good for you, sweetie. Right.
Oh, yeah, we got carded to a comedy show that was 18 plus. And
she couldn't get into a comedy show. An 18 and over comedy show.
She got carded.
Carded. I mean, this is my point. She's a child.
And we're like, we're 34, ma'am.
Even
what do I say, ma'am?
Ma'am. They'll believe it then.
But okay, you can card us. Anyways, cruise news.
Anyways,
far,
cruise news.
There's not been a lot of cruise news, clearly.
Yesterday we went stretching, which was pretty fun. There's a gym that we attempted to go on, but everyone was there, and we're like, okay.
Because, they say at the gyms, like, got to be 16 and over to use the gym.
Oh, my God, yes.
So she just got to stand on the outside and stretch.
So her biggest thing that she did was a stretch. She went stretching?
Stretching.
The breakfasts have been good. The dinners have been great. Yesterday we did karaoke.
Oh, boy. Where's that audio?
Oh, my God, I need to see it.
There wasn't a crowd. We are going to do karaoke today, and we'll film it.
Yes. Oh, great.
I wasn't bad.
Please do Queen.
That's definitely a kid talk, too. I wasn't bad. I was good at karaoke.
Every song she's ever sung on this radio show has been truly terrible.
I mean...
And this is how you remind me of what I really am. This is how you remind me of what I really am. Boom.
Gather around, folks. She's singing on the cruise
It's going to
ship.
be the new Titanic.
But you'll have to leave tonight.
Yeah, okay. So anyway, we'll get some of that to look forward to.
Anyways, I finally have reception more than like 30 seconds. Bye, guys. Talk to you later. Cruise news out.
There you go. That's just one of the many examples. I think we actually do have audio from some of her tequila testing that we'll get to later as well.
Oh, it's a very different energy once the tequila has hit her system.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't want to give too much away now, Allie, but here's just a tease of what we can look forward to.
I got you a bottle. $65.
She is living her best life right there. So we will live vicariously through Vanessa. We'll all go virtual cruising later this hour on the show. But first, Papa Roach. out now for a while. I have finally seen you are right, and I'm very wrong.
Wow. Let's remember this moment. Jake, pull that clip just in case.
Just want to say you guys are right.
I want to know what this is about.
I don't really want to go into specifics because...
Was this about the gym?
No, I did not actually make it to the gym yesterday to cancel the membership.
You can't even make it to the gym to cancel.
The reason I couldn't make it is because of the reason that I am now bringing up the fact that you guys were right about something and I'm wrong about, and you gave me a hard time, and I finally see that you're right, and I'm an idiot. So
is this about flight times not going earlier?
This has to do with my nonstop trips to and from LAX to pick up and drop off my wife when she has to travel for work, which is a promise I made to her when we started dating. And I said, early on, I said, look, that's the ultimate. If you're taking someone to the airport or picking them up, it is the ultimate sign that you care about them, because no one wants to do that. It's truly, if you're doing something you hate that much, going to the airport and not even getting on the plane yourself, that is the ultimate gift of I care about you.
And at the time, your wife wasn't working and traveling as much for work, right?
No, never. In fact...
So you just said it just kind of like,
and you said it
what are the chances?
Because you wanted to get laid, probably,
Of course.
And did you say it before you came to L.A.?
No, this was in L.A. I met her in L.A. But the reality is, like Omar said, I said that and then didn't have to take her to the airport for 6 years after that. So it's a great thing to say. Sounds great in the moment.
It's a great thing to say, but I am of the opposite mindset. I think that you love and respect someone by not making them pick you up from the airport.
Right. The ultimate gift of love you can give someone is saying, don't not pick me up.
Don't pick me up from the airport. I can figure it out.
Right. And that is the game that we play, which is she goes, you don't have to do it. And I go, great. And then she goes, but you did say...
Oh, man.
When we first started dating, that if you ever didn't pick me up at the airport, it means you didn't care anymore. And I said, well, okay. I said a lot of dumb things then. I was trying to get laid.
So she does hold it over your head.
Not hold it over my head, but it went on.
But she brings it up.
She brings it up because I said like a stupid idiot when I was just trying to get laid, and I probably already was, but I don't know why I even said it. But I said, if I ever don't pick you up at the airport, that means I'm out.
And haven't you explained this to other couples that have gotten them into arguments?
Other couples now other wives, girlfriends have said to their husbands, boyfriends, whatever, Klein, he goes and picks up his wife every time she gets back. And they're like, well, what a sucker idiot he is. And then
they start a fight.
They've even texted me on the side and been like, dude, stop doing it. You're making us look bad.
Wait, so are you saying you're out?
I'm out. Last night was the last one.
Wait.
I did
you talk to your wife about it?
No, but
no.
Yesterday.
This is like the gym.
This is not going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. I'm really going to put my foot down.
I made a commitment to myself.
Okay.
I'm going to make a commitment and say that in 2 weeks you will be dropping her off at another airport.
I will not. And she has another. And by the way, in 8 days, I think 9 days, she's got.
You're going to the airport.
She's got to travel again, and I am out. I'm telling you right now, I've made the decision. I'm out.
No way.
Why? Yeah, I'm with Omar. I don't think you're gonna.
It's been happening too frequently, and especially remember the fake trip to the airport we went on, where her flight was the wrong day, and I still drove to the airport.
You love taking her there just because.
I used to convince myself that I'm such a fan of the in and out by the airport that it made it worth it just for that trip. That I would go, something for me, something for her.
The justifications that you have given me each and every time.
I'm out. I'm not doing it anymore.
Well, if I factor in the money that I would have paid for, Ubers and this, but you've also,
I'm tapped.
And correct me if I'm wrong, you have also hired a babysitter to watch your kids while you drop your wife off at the airport.
One time I had to do it. That was
which is a complete waste of money.
You're right. Well, it worked out to about the same as the Uber would have been.
Okay.
Roughly the same, but still, fine. I'm out.
So what time did you have to pick her up from the airport yesterday? Because that is a huge factor.
The flight had one of those weird-ass things where all of a sudden, I know you say this never happens to anyone, I get an alert that she's landing an hour earlier than expected. And
landing earlier, I can understand.
I get the alert, she's landing an hour earlier, and it's right, and it was already toward the end of rush hour. Supposed to land at 7, ends up landing 6 p.m. sharp, which is just the absolute worst.
It's
Nothing
the worst.
And I was on the west side at 4. I was in Venice, had to drive back to the valley at 4, grab my kid, and then make it to the airport, which was an hour and a half back to the valley, and then an hour and a half back to LAX. And then when you pick her up, you're in sweet prime time rush hour now, heading right back to the valley. Spent do some math here, 4.5 Hold on, that's not right. 3.
A lot of time in traffic.
5 hours.
But
I
Klein,
think,
let me ask you this,
for one
because
airport trip.
I've had to do some favors, and it's an ongoing favor, but the gratitude outweighs the inconvenience.
Nope.
Is there no gratitude there?
Zero. Because
you see, I think that's messed up.
But here's why. Because she said, and as soon as I made one comment, I said, well, at least we can both agree I'm the best person ever. And then she said, what are you talking about? I told you, you don't have to do this. I'll take an Uber.
Yeah, so why are you doing this to yourself?
You're right. I'm out. I'm tapped out. I'm done. I'll never do another drive to the airport.
The only
ever
thing
again.
that you told me yesterday was, well, she doesn't want to have to carry her bags to the Uber area. She can't be convenienced with dragging
She has 50 bags.
I would assume roller bags that have
But Allie, the point is, the system, the Uber system at LAX is not great anymore. It used to be better. Now
she's going to have to wait 5 minutes?
No, you got to get in a shuttle. Anytime you got to, I know you don't care because Allie doesn't value her own time.
I'm the shuttle queen.
Allie will take 9 shuttles to get from.
I tip myself.
Right. That whole process is not great, but I'm telling you right now, for my own mental health
and for your kids' sanity, because they have to do this crap with you, and one thing they don't want to do is sit in traffic for 3 hours.
But they get excited about the whole. There's still the excitement, which I think Americans have forgotten about. They're running up to greet someone because no one does that anymore because it's not worth it. But in the moment, that whole running to see someone is.
Are you actually going into the airport?
Oh yeah.
What?
Oh yeah, I parked and went in.
You park?
Yes.
What is the matter with you? That is just so you are paying for parking and everything.
$9?
No.
Yeah, to pay to
you
park.
have to find parking, cross the street, go into, and then you're that sucker waiting next to limo people.
I'm not only that, I'm the sucker that grabbed the wrong bag off the stupid thing yesterday and lugged it out of the airport, and this woman chased after me and goes, that's my bag, stop him.
Do you have to hold a sign for your wife?
I don't hold a sign. I don't hold a sign.
You are her driver.
Yeah, Mr. Sucker here.
You are not her husband.
My Chemical Romance finally announced what they have been teasing.
The band are believed to be heading out on a headlining tour.
It is a 2025 tour for the Black Parade.
The Black Parade is also the name of our alter ego on this record. This was a really difficult record to make.
It became the defining album of their career, and for some, the defining album of an entire movement, an entire period of musical history.
Nothing poignant to say, just holy.
It's the KROQ Pit Parade. Win tickets in the pit to My Chemical Romance. Listen to 9, 3, and 6 to see them on their long-lived The Black Parade North American Tour, July 26th or 27th at Dodger Stadium. Night 1 sold out. Night 2 on sale now, courtesy of Live Nation.
Hey, this is Gerard, and this is Frank from My Chemical Romance. Win tickets all this week.
Win tickets to the pit of My Chemical Romance.
My Chemical Romance and KROQ.
Yeah.
KROQ, we are Klein Alley Show. And if you think about UCLA, it's a fine institution, unless, of course, you're a fan of USC, in which case you hate UCLA. Regardless, very difficult to get into. Most people, I think, get rejected. I think you have to have pretty good grades, pretty good test scores, and that's just to be a student there. So imagine the teachers there would be held to an even higher standard.
Absolutely.
We were all equally shocked and surprised when Postmaster Johnny told us that he was on.
He casually was like, "I have to go speak at UCLA later," and we were like, "What?"
I was convinced he was trying to spell something that was not UCLA, the college. Like, I thought he was going somewhere else completely, and he was trying to spell it, and then I thought maybe he's talking about something near UCLA, because I know he likes to go to the bars by there, because he says they got the good, the better baddies are by the UCLA bars.
I thought he was going to meet a girl at UCLA and talk to her, and that's what he meant by speak at UCLA.
Right, but Johnny, correct me if I'm wrong, you were brought in front of an entire class of people?
Sir, yes, sir.
And you claim, we asked you a little bit about this on the bonus podcast yesterday, that you were speaking to a room full of marine biologists?
One of them was a marine biologist. The other ones were all comms majors.
Comms majors?
Communications. I know It's been a minute since you guys have been in college, but comms is communications.
Right. And you went there for what reason?
I thought I was just going to be arm candy, kind of, but then I ended up talking for a whole hour in front of the whole class.
You think the teachers and guest speakers bring arm candy?
They would have brought me just to be like, hey, this is another kid that's like somewhat of a college age. Like, he's probably going to come along for that.
Right. All right. Why don't you, I'm going to play some of the audio. Johnny, I may need Johnny to come in the studio to defend himself for this because this audio is crazy. And at some point, apparently, he badmouthed it. Johnny, you understand? I haven't heard this audio yet completely. I know Omar heard some of it and Allie did, but you kind of badmouth us to the room full of students. You
go
know
ahead,
that.
play it. Let's hear it.
Well, you said it.
I know, but I don't remember what I said. But go ahead.
Did you prepare your speech at all?
No, not at all. I thought about it while we ate dinner beforehand, but that was it.
This is Johnny speaking to a class full of 100 students at UCLA.
So, just as Jennifer said, attention span is really, really, really short, especially nowadays. We grew up on, a lot of us grew up in the genesis of social media. And I had to kind of teach my coworkers the importance of that.
You had to teach us the importance of social media?
Yeah, I had to tell you guys. Remember, like, everybody's attention span is super, super short.
Yeah, you have to teach us about the genesis
of
social media.
No, I grew up in the genesis of social media. You guys kind of were there.
I grew up in the genesis of Sega Genesis.
Oh, yeah.
That's the genesis.
Genesis does. Immediately, the first video, first 3 seconds, I say, don't say my name, don't say what show I'm on, it has nothing to do with radio. Holding up a box of cereal and the thing about sneaking cereal into the theaters.
Oh, my God.
I felt like a superhero when I said that, too.
Johnny, you're talking about your dumb bit you do?
Sneaking cereal into the theaters. I rest my case.
So wait, you're talking to a room full of kids that obviously know, they don't need you to explain, because they're looking at you like you're some old out-of-touch loser, too.
Well, no, they're actually kids older than me in that class, but that was like...
You're also saying, you're all just spitting out things that are common knowledge nowadays.
Right. Show no attention span anymore. We get it. No one has an attention span.
That goes without saying. But also, too...
But you did say.
Did you pick that up at UCLA yesterday?
That was like one of the big talking points that Jennifer wanted to bring up when she brought me. She wanted to bring up me riding the first time on the airplane, me sneaking chicken in my pants, and then just my experience.
Listen to Johnny. He speaks about his idea of sneaking chicken in his pants.
Play it.
He speaks about
he's about to win a Nobel Prize.
Yeah, like
I did.
Right. Imagine a teacher that actually helped come up with some medical device that cured something.
Yes.
Johnny is speaking about his bringing food in his pants in the movie theater. Listen to this. I mean,
sneaking cereal into the theaters. What if we did chicken? Me and Klein are big Costco guys. Okay. I was like, we'll get a rotisserie chicken. Go, first video, literally. Sneaking rotisserie chicken into the theaters.
Already messed up the name there. You called it you had it rotisserie, and then you changed back to rotisserie, you idiot.
That's how I said it in the video.
I know. So he goes.
I said it in the
then we're spitballing. We go, cereal. What can we do next? Rotisserie chicken. We like Costco.
Literally the next day, 130 views. I wake up to 130,000 views. Boom. Okay, it looks like he does it a lot. Oh, they're actually a radio show.
So now he's talking about bringing it back to the show.
Right. So you're saying that you had a genius hit you, bring chicken in your pants into a movie theater. You explained to the kids.
And now it's helping us.
And is anyone watching you as you're doing these?
Dude, they are feverishly taking down notes.
They're taking notes.
Right. Yes.
They are?
Yes. Notepads.
Holy crap.
How to transfer from UCLA.
Yes.
They're all filling out applications for other colleges. USC, transfer portal.
Any other school.
Marco on KROQ. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Hey, no, that was completely genius of UCLA bringing in Postmaster Johnny. You know how, when you have little kids, my theory is when you have little kids, so they're misbehaving, so you take them to, the county jail and tell them, hey, if you keep misbehaving,
they're going to scared straight them.
Yeah, scared straight. Yeah.
They basically brought Johnny in.
Genius of UCLA.
Yeah, they're very smart, right? They said, bring in this.
Drop out, this could be you.
As soon as Johnny left, they're like, so that's what happens when you don't go to UCLA. That's a smart school right
great.
there. All right, here's the speech continues.
What's radio? Who's Klein and Allie? It was the stepping stones that took its way to get there.
Beautifully said. It was the stepping stones that took its way to get there.
Oh, that's because I talked about stepping stones that took its way to get there. Yep, that's a Johnnyism right there. We had to start out sneaking pie. Then we had to do churro videos.
We had
we didn't have to.
Yeah, we did. We had. You guys wanted it.
I love that this was all a strategic plan.
Yeah.
Yep.
So hold on. The plan was.
I like how Johnny's kind of putting us in a position where we're forcing him to do all this stuff.
Right. These are all the things you wanted to do. In fact, we told you not to do all these things.
That's why I mentioned that in the speech too. We had to start out sneaking pie.
We had to.
Yep. We had to.
We had to start small with pie.
We had to start with pie. We had.
Then we had to do churro videos.
Had to do them.
Which we asked you to do consistently, and you did 2 and then stopped.
Yeah.
Did you tell them that in class?
No, because I told him I was setting it up to talk about fellatio salad and how that was the end
big
game.
cliche.
Yeah, and these were all steps to get to that.
Started with pie. We ended at fellatio salad.
Yep.
Meeting adjourned.
Wow, what are we doing here, guys? Seriously.
Yeah, he's got a lot to say.
Yeah. My job is just to get the eyes, give her an alley-oop so that her and her sales associates could close down and just slam dunk that.
What?
Good analogy. That is so good.
He's the guy providing the alley-oops.
Yes.
Your job is to give an alley-oop so that sales can then slam dunk that.
Dude, I'm Austin Reeves throwing up an alley-oop to Anthony Davis or LeBron James, and the sales team just slam dunks it. And
so that is kind of
the dumbest thing we've ever heard.
Why we're all doomed.
That is a scary look at the future. Anyway, stay in school, kids. This has been
an example of how we use talent in radio. Everything Johnny just spoke about.
Oh boy, we are doomed.
I know what they want to see. They want to see us do that like Kendrick Lamar thing was like bing, boom, bam, boom, bam, bing, bang.
That's what they want to see, kids.
That's what the people want.
If any educators are listening and would like Johnny to speak at your institution, be it an elementary school, an obedience school, another college, please call. Johnny is available to speak to any classes effective immediately. He's got a whole... who knew he had such a patter down?
All the kids are writing down bing, bong, boom.
Can you say that bing, bong, boom thing again? I'm sorry.
Write that on the whiteboard, please.
I got bong.
Bing, boom, bam, boom, bam, bing, bang.
How do we spell that, Johnny?
Bing that they really understand. It's our bread and butter. It's all we got.
All we got. That's all we got, guys. That's it. It's our bread and butter. That's all we got.
I forgot what we were talking about right there, but yeah. We're experiencing the same things that everybody else is. Whether it's wildfires, elections, homeless, Allie's son gets sick a lot or gets hurt a lot. So
are you just riffing right now?
The whole thing is a riff. You're not supposed to stand up there with a piece of paper. I'm going to look so unprofessional.
Homeless. Allie's kid gets sick a lot.
But yeah, it doesn't seem like you're staying on the topic.
Yeah, what is the point you're
what
making
direction
here?
are you going?
Didn't the first thing you said?
Are you throwing darts at something?
No, that was talking about like relating and connecting with the community, and I was like, we're like the average Joe. Allie's a mom that has a kid that gets sick and hurt too.
Oh, that's
like,
okay. Yeah. Got it.
Didn't you start this whole thing by saying people have a short attention span?
You know what's crazy?
I think we got a bing, bong, boom.
I have thrown a little spice. I sympathize with Allie's long questions because when I get in front of when I'm standing up there, I'm like, I just want to keep talking.
And then you're like, what am I saying? I don't even know.
There was one time I did that.
Anyway, a lot of, the text line is overflowed with comments about this. Johnny, of course, speaking at UCLA, this is just some of it.
Allie's son gets sick a lot or gets hurt a lot. So does the mom in Santa Clarita. A great question. Thank you. You chopped that up. You chopped that up.
Who asked that question? What was the question? KROQ, Klein Alley Show. We'll get you in Dodger Stadium. You see that band right there. My Chem, Dodger Stadium, in the pit, coming up in about an hour, a little more, on KROQ and all day long. Win them at 9, noon, 3, and 6 if you want some My Chem in your future. Allie, this sound is a sound that will ruin many people's nights every night, and we are a nation that is sleep-deprived already, as is. You've seen these sleep aisles at every pharmacy go from a little section to multiple rows of the purple pills, medicines, etc. And then finally someone gets some decent sleep, but they're snoring so loudly that the person next to them can't sleep at all.
Yeah, and it seems like snoring has gotten worse for people, and there have been a few people in my life who have recently said they've discovered, or their partner has told them, that they now have developed a snore.
It's a terrible thing to learn about someone, especially if at the beginning of the relationship you didn't notice it or they didn't have it, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it showed up, and you're like, oh, this is going to ruin everything.
Dude, I never had a snore, and the other day I took like a light snooze on the couch, and I woke myself up with snoring.
Woke your own self
and
up.
I was like, what
well,
is
that could
happening?
be sleep apnea. You could be dying. That's the thing sometimes where you choke on your own snore, and then you wake yourself up.
What's the difference between snoring and sleep apnea? Because aren't they kind of the same thing? And they say that it's because the the soft palate in the back of your throat is clamping down too much, and so the air doesn't have enough space to get through, and that's what creates the snore. And that's also what has created nose tape and mouth tape and all these different things.
Snore pillows, different sort of sleep set. I mean, there's a million supposed cures for it, and I don't know if any of them actually work.
Snoring is a loud noise caused by.
Thank you, Jake.
vibrations.
Snoring is a loud noise. Take that, everyone.
Sleep apnea is a serious disorder characterized by repeated pauses in breathing during sleep.
I mean, I know.
I think sleep apnea is more chronic, and it happens on a consistent basis.
Which one do you, Omar? Which one do you think you have?
I went to the doctor yesterday. Mine stems from a sinus infection. So I've had an ongoing thing for a couple of weeks, and then finally it got so bad. And my wife was just like, dude, you need to go see the doctor because, we were talking about maybe it's CPAP machine time for me because it was so loud. And I think, going to the doctor, he told me, yeah, you have a serious sinus infection. So I'm antibiotics now, but I hope this snoring problem doesn't continue.
Yeah,
It's a possibility.
Let's get back on the cocaine.
Yeah.
That'll clear you right out.
Clear you right out, dude. Get that drip. Hey, Renee, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
What has been your solution? You sound like a snorer. You're the guy, or is it your partner?
Oh, I'm definitely the snorer.
Yeah.
My wife at first had a hard time. She said it sounded like I was sucking the roof down.
Right.
And,
who's the roof?
The only solution we found is to sleep in different rooms.
Oh, you guys
really
did full on sleep divorce.
Yeah, sleep divorce. I call it, sleep separately and sleep better.
I call it sleep separately. That's what people do. We're going to do a trial separation, and you know what's coming next. Yeah. We're just trying it out. We just need space.
There's already a name for it. It's called sleep divorce. Not in my house. We call it sleep separately and sleep better. All right. Well, I like you to put a positive spin on it.
Well, 562 said I divorced my husband over his snoring. And
real divorce?
Yeah. I actually divorced my husband and said I love my sleep more than I love my marriage. 626, I snore like a bear, and I do have sleep apnea. You don't get enough oxygen to your brain, and that's what creates it. And somebody else said that putting something to block your nose airway so that you're breathing through your mouth can prevent a snore.
I don't know though, because
isn't that bad for you to sleep with your mouth open?
I was all stuffed up, and all I was doing is breathing through my mouth, and it made it louder.
So then these are just conflicting solutions.
That's the other problem. It is
no one knows what's going on.
No one does. All I know is we're all distracted by it, and a lot of
snoring is a loud noise.
Hey, thank you, Jake. Write that down. Chris on KROQ, you have a solution that's worked for you?
Yeah. Good morning. I definitely snore, and I use the didgeridoo, and it exercises the throat muscles and takes care of that snoring.
Wait, you play an instrument? You play that Australian instrument?
That super long wooden thing?
Yeah. The super long instrument. You have to work on not only exhaling but inhaling with it, and it works.
You just drown out the snoring with another equally annoying sound. That sounds like
that's wild.
So annoying.
The didgeridoo. You had to pick up one of the most random instruments in the history of the world to solve a snoring problem.
But it was able to exercise his muscles enough and give him proper breathing techniques.
Sounds like a snore.
Yeah, it does.
Chris, were you a didgeridooer before this happened, or did you get the didgeridoo as a solution to this problem? Because that seems like something you would see on TikTok and be like, I got to get a didgeridoo.
No, I was not a didgeridoo user, but it has definitely helped.
That's an amazing.
That's a didgeridoo.
Is that Chris? Or is that the didgeridoo?
That sounds terrible.
It is, and I think it only plays the one note.
Yeah, right?
I don't think it's technically considered an instrument.
There's another note.
Oh, okay.
There we go. He's going off right here. Go, Chris.
Is this the brown noise?
Sounds like low budget Star Wars.
661 said, I don't mind my husband snoring as much as when he stops breathing. So I'm so used to the snoring that now the silence has started waking me up, and I have to shake him awake so that he starts breathing and snoring again. Yeah. Another person said that neither my wife or I snore, but our huskies snore so loudly that we can't
snoring
sleep.
Dog. That's a real. You got a bulldog, and there's a lot of dog breeds that snore regularly, and people think it's cute at first because they get a funny video out of it.
Oh, dog snoring.
But then it is annoying, and I don't know. Maybe you got to teach that dog to play the didgeridoo. do?
Wow, here's a solution. 626 said my ex used to snore really bad, but then he got punched in the face at his boxing class and it stopped.
Whoa.
Maybe they realigned his septum
All
or
right,
something.
Klein, come here.
Allie, punch me in the face.
Let's just try it.
Let's solve this problem. Yeah, I mean, the amount of solutions people claim that they've tried, like random drops or weird stuff, sleep with my head off the side of the bed. I don't know if we've ever agreed on anything less than how to solve the epidemic of snoring, which is apparently taking over worse than ever before now. It's KROQ. KROQ, Klein Alley Show. There's scams happening all over the place. Scams you should probably be aware of. Let's take a look at what's going on in the world. We got some Bamboozled to get to. And if you think you're going to get $20, $20 could potentially be the beginning of your downfall. It's actually an old scam that I think is back again. But
I think it's been used in various ways.
Yes,
yeah.
they always changed up some of the details of this $20 scam, but you should be aware of it. It's time for a quick round of Bamboozled.
Bamboozled. A
A lot of people fall for the scam, and now they're just like, damn. Take your money, sucker, cause you didn't know it was all a sham. And now you're just like, damn.
Your lucky day. You're so lucky. You're full of luck. It's your lucky day. No.
Anyone who says it's your lucky day that many times, you should be aware it's probably not your lucky day.
And they've probably had so many unlucky days that they're like, all right, today's your lucky day.
Today's the
lucky
day.
day. Everyone's
the
lucky.
day. Listen to this scam, because when I say I would fall for this, this is my way of saying I have fallen for this.
No, it wasn't Sarah's lucky day. It was a setup for a classic $20 distraction scam.
The old $20 distraction scam.
I love that woman was so happy to tell her it wasn't her lucky day.
Another unlucky day for Sarah, which seems to be a theme.
And by the time it was over, thousands had vanished from her bank account and her daughter's.
Whoa.
Jesus.
And her daughter's bank accounts, or and her daughter's?
They took all of her money and both of her daughters. $20. Dangerous $20.
And this is the Ralph's I usually come to.
On Wednesday, April 16th,
what I was doing.
Sarah went to Ralph's grocery store on Satakoy Street and Louise Avenue in Van Nuys.
I know that Ralph's very well.
Wow, yes.
That's where I steal all my daughters. And apparently
Leave my 20s
it
for
did not
bait.
go well. And listen to this, because you probably, even though you think you're smarter than the average criminal, would probably fall for this as well.
As she was using her debit card to pay, a stranger approached her and said
that I dropped $20, and I said, no, I don't think I did. And I was putting my PIN into the machine, and he came much closer to me and was kind of pushing the $20 into my wallet. You need to back up. Back off.
It all happened in a matter of
It is my
seconds.
lucky day.
Did you not realize? Today's Sarah's
My
day.
name's Sarah.
Okay?
I am having a lucky
My
day.
day.
Sarah kept insisting.
And I'm like, no, this is yours. This isn't mine.
As Sarah walked back to her car, the same man, now joined by a woman, followed her, again insisting she take the $20. They continued to invade her space.
I knew it wasn't mine. The reason I was getting cash back was because all I had was a couple dollars.
Sarah left the parking lot feeling weird about the encounter. She checked her wallet to see if maybe they had taken any of her cash. They hadn't, but something else was missing.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. And this is when she realized all of her daughters were gone.
My heart sank because my debit card wasn't there.
Yeah.
Within 30 minutes, the scammers made multiple withdrawals at Chase Bank several miles away. In total, nearly $5,000 was taken from Sarah's account.
So this is a sleight of hand.
It's two different things, right? Because they need to monitor the PIN going in. That's part of it. Because they watch her put this. So the $20 is like, hey, you wouldn't let a stranger get close to you, but it's like, hey, I think you dropped this $20. And they're standing close to monitor her putting the PIN into the machine at Ralph's. That's part of it. So now, once they have the PIN number, now they just need the card.
It's so tough because when you are at your grocery store, you feel like you're in your comfort zone in a way. It's probably the place. I mean, she said it's her regular Ralph's, right? You're you do your shopping every single week, and you're just you're in autopilot. And if somebody walks up to you, you don't really think of, oh, somebody could be trying to scam me and steal my PIN number.
But this is an old scam, I guess, stealing of the PIN, because I remember my parents, like back in the day, even when they go to put gas in their car, they would like my dad would create like an entire shield of the PIN. Like he'd have both hands and like he'd hold a hat over. Like he didn't want anyone at any point to watch his PIN go in.
Taking an old photo.
Yeah, he's very protective of that Pin at all times. He'd like back away like he was voting
like
or something.
Curtain.
He would get in there and he would like that red curtain at the old Tower Records. Every time he had to put his PIN
That's
somewhere.
so funny. Old people are very protective over all that stuff, and they learned it from previous scams.
And I don't think much of it. I just go and put the PIN, because I think we all assume, well, if we get our money taken, it's going to suck. But then we can tell the bank it was stolen, and they'll have to give it back to us. But the reality is, most people that are like protective of the PIN, this is why.
I'm also surprised that this works because people don't carry cash anymore. So you dropped $20 is not really as likely as it would have been 10, 20 years ago.
But I think most people are not good people in the sense, if someone says, hey, did you drop $20? I think most people would go, absolutely,
yes,
I did.
I did.
Come
That's
on
mine.
over.
I missed it.
And her daughter Jennifer's too, because their accounts are linked.
My money is gone, and I had just gotten paid.
Oh.
You know, and I'm a teacher. I don't make a lot of money. I really don't. And
Now you feel bad for Sarah. The lucky days got
I
very
didn't feel
unlucky.
bad for her until now.
Now I feel bad.
what I make goes to the things I need, and we can't cover that right now. So it's hard to know that someone can take what you have so easily.
Jennifer filed a police report and shared the story online. She was stunned by the response. One after another.
Burn in hell,
F
bitch.
off, Sarah.
People commented the same thing had happened to them or their loved ones.
It's a huge violation, and
You know what we should do? We should try to Mr. Beast the situation where we go up to people and pull the same scam, but we don't actually take their money. We just give them the $20.
So we're taking it's suckers that would have been scammed,
Yeah,
but
and
it's actually the one good thing.
Yeah, we just give them
I
the
bet the
$20.
scammers would love that.
Yeah.
I just feel
That would actually somehow help the scammers.
It would.
I actually don't think we should do that. That's a terrible idea that would backfire.
I'm looking over my shoulder everywhere I go.
Yeah.
It just is horrible.
Because maybe it's
Unfortunately,
Mr.
the
Beast.
description of the suspects is too vague and security footage has not yet been released. If you have been a victim of a similar scam or you know anything about this case, contact the LAPD.
All right, there you have it. Avoid. If anyone goes up and tries to hand you $20 that
Don't be
you,
a
quote,
Sarah.
dropped, do not be a Sarah. Quick break, back with your news. And this is not a scam. We'll get you into Dodger Stadium to see MyChem and Pizza City Fest this weekend at LA Live. The details, your tickets, and more next.
World Famous Klein Alley Show. Klein Alley Show. KROQ. Hey, it's
This other girl named Allie that was wearing a hoodie that said orgy. She had asked the question.
What was the question?
I honestly don't remember, but
Great.
But great question.
All right, here we go.
Johnny, I would love to know, do you feel safe at these events with, the general public?
Do you feel safe? That's an interesting question.
So
for
this
you.
woman, was because she wanted to do public events with her,
Brazzers.
with Brazzers, and she was like, "Hey, do you guys feel safe at your events? And what do you do to feel safe at events?"
Hold on, they had someone from Brazzers speaking?
Yeah.
Man, I should have gone to that.
Totally. Another great insight, and this does happen.
Another great insight.
Jesus Christ, John.
So as a guy, I don't really feel threatened when I meet listeners. Some people are sketchier than others. I'm not going to lie. Some of them have way more crazier piercings. Some of them have crazy colored hair. And some of them just look like they're living in a trailer off of Hacienda.
Don't you live? Hold on, Johnny. Don't you live in a trailer?
Yeah,
Isn't your hair colored?
Yeah. But my hair color is a natural color, not like
described
purple.
yourself.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So I had rights.
This is why I don't like the difference between Johnny in his 20s and someone in their 70s was like the weird kids with the purple hair.
Exactly.
Yeah. Karina, you're on KROQ. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, what can we do for you?
So I'm a special education teacher, and I think Johnny would be great in my classroom.
I agree. Hold on one second.
Bing bong, bing bong.
Yeah, John.
That's not teaching, that's just being.
John.
Hey, you got a rhythm with the tism, man.
Hold on, are you inviting Johnny to speak or to join the class?
Maybe both.
Okay. All right, hold on. Get her information. I love it. All right, once again,
Keep going. Let's get it going. So, as professionals, we try to really identify, okay, let's not judge a book by its cover.
Oh, my God. Johnny is...
Did you call yourself a professional?
Yeah, I was laughing and I was sneering to Jennifer. I was like, oh, my God, I said professional.
As a professional.
That's so funny.
As a professional, insert cliche here.
Yeah. Professionals, we try to really identify, okay, let's not judge a book by its cover, but at the same time, our guards are up. So there's been a time or two where we're in a big parking structure right off Hollywood, and I was like, Allie, let me walk you to your car real quick. Like, let me go with you, right? Like, I think of Allie and Vanessa as kind of like older sister and another older sister.
Thanks so much, Johnny. Love that.
You could have just said older sisters.
An older sister and another older sister.
I almost thought mom. I was like, am I going to say mom? But
I was like, is he going to say a mom? But then you just graced me with another even older sister.
What a terrible question. Older and an older grosser sister.
You need to be the dumbest person in every room you walk in.
Are you looking in the mirror when you say this?
Yes, dude.
This is his parting advice for the class. This is his big speech
All right,
at
this
the
is
end.
the big speech at the end. Maybe some Braveheart music, Omar, anything inspirational as we listen to Johnny's words of wisdom for the future. He's speaking to a class at UCLA. This is not a joke. I'm not sure how this got accepted. I think that whole school... That is the appropriate music. All right, here we go.
You need to be the dumbest person in every room you walk in, especially in this industry. That's what I've learned. You need to be the person that knows the least. I don't know anything. I don't. You need to be very dumb. That's the beauty in learning and the beauty of just being young, too. Not knowing. Nobody knows. What I've learned so far, Nobody has any idea what they're doing.
You mean you're taking it all in?
Take everything.
She's like, how do I translate what he's saying?
Play it back.
Because he's saying, be dumb. Don't
You need
learn.
to be a sponge. And another thing you really need to do is fail.
Yep.
Fail. Write down, you must fail. Because you must fail. You can only fail about so many times.
You've already hit your limit, pal.
Before you hit a success. I did. That chicken video just didn't happen overnight.
Yes, it did.
That's true, bro. I ate with that, bro. That was so hard, bro.
That chicken,
You too can put chicken down your pits, but you have to fail.
Yes.
I did. That chicken video just didn't happen overnight. It's just what comes to you when you're the dumbest in the room and you soak up what everybody wants to teach you.
Yep.
These guys that failed a lot, they worked in way more than I could count different markets all across America before they landed here. Don't ever be the smartest, because if you're ever the smartest in the room, you're in the wrong room. You need to be the dumbest.
I was going to say, for Felicio Salad, we could definitely collab with some porn stars.
Yes. I mean, that was
there we go. That's Johnny.
Dude,
what
yes.
What a fascinating look into the teachings. Everyone just got a free college course at UCLA.
Yes. You know what's crazy? Somebody paid $6,000 worth of quarterly tuition to hear me talk in their class.
To hear you say, don't learn anything, just fail.
Yes, that's so dumb.
Beautifully said.
I want my money back.
Oh, man. More food has just arrived here. You guys are the worst.
Oh, yay!
So long I've been waiting, girl, you know I've been anticipating for the day you'd come my way. Now you're here and I got to say, hey, you're my adrenaline, you're my fire. Girl, you make me wanna reach up higher. No star is too far. Spread your wings as we reach up for the sky. Give me your love, girl. Now give me your love, give me your love, girl. Now give me your love, give me your love, girl. Now give me your love, give me your love.
I see the lightning, feel the thunder. Girl, it's time for us to go down under. I've got you, and you got me. Let's get together and make some memories.
Give me your love, give me your love, girl. Now give me your love, give me your love, girl. Now give me your love, give me your love, girl. Now give me your love, give me your love. I got a shoulder you can lean on.
When times get bad,
Don't be sad, right here by your side. Yeah, yeah. True love's so hard to find.
when you get it, got to hold on tight.
I got you, and you got me. Let's get together and make some memories. Give me your love, give me your love, girl. Now give me your love, give me your love, girl. Now give me your love, give me your love, girl. Now give me your love, give me your love. Give me your love, give me your love, girl. Now give me your love, give me your love, girl. Now give me your love, give me your love, girl. Now give me your love, give me your love.
In about an hour, get you to the Dodger Stadium for some MyChem in the pit. You'll win those tickets 9, noon, 3, and 6 here on KROQ. And, of course, there's lots of places to get your news. There's also lots of news out there, including this news.
Cruise news. It is 10:15 in Puerto Vallarta.
We will get to your cruise news with Vanessa, who is currently somewhere on the high seas near Mexico. That'll be coming up later. But first, your actual news. Here she is to deliver it.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
More people than ever are choosing a childless life for a lot of different reasons.
I think it's too late for me, but I understand now why people are doing that.
It's expensive. It's messy. It's a lot of responsibility. And I think people underestimate the constant negotiating that happens all day long between you and your children. And the White House
except if you're Klein, there's no negotiating. The kids just win all the time.
Well, by the way, there is still a negotiation. I just end up feeling terrible at the end of it. I mean, it was wild. Even yesterday, it was, can we get a milkshake at In-N-Out? No. How about we get one and we split it? No. That's not fair. All right, you both get a milkshake.
Is that it?
Oh, my God.
That's not fair? Is their only defense?
I didn't have it in me to fight anymore, and I just caved quickly. And they know, like, 3, if they give me 3 times, that's when I always cave. The third time, I'm like, all right, you're right, good point.
You gotta stop that, man.
But you know what, Omar? I don't really care. I really don't care.
Yes, you do care.
I feel like sometimes...
If it's like close to bedtime, you don't want all that sugar, then they're going to struggle to sleep. And it's going to set a bad precedent that's going to go into their teenage lives, man.
It's funny because the same thing happened to me last night where my kid was like, I want an ice cream cone. Okay, well, you need to eat your dinner first. No. Okay, then you're not getting an ice cream cone. And then later in the day, he went to my wife with a different negotiation tactic. I want an ice cream cone. And Katie said, you need to clean up all your toys first. And then he did it, and he got an ice cream cone.
Yeah, so we found an easier deal, better deal.
Yeah, but he still had to do something to get it.
He needs a man in that house, Allie, to help set him straight.
to clean up all the toys.
That's right. That's where I'll go over there. I'll get him right on the right track.
So
all right?
say, you get an ice cream cone. You get an ice cream cone. Anyway, point being, a lot of people aren't having kids, and the White House knows this, and they want to create some initiatives for people so that we can have more kids and not eventually get into a population crisis, which seems kind of counterintuitive because it feels like everyone's getting laid off and maybe there are just too many people.
I sat in so much traffic yesterday going to and from LA.
Like, why do we need more people? There's so many.
Yeah, I'd like a little bit of a population crisis for right now.
So they have kicked around a few initiatives, including motherhood medals and a $5,000 sign-on bonus for being a mom. Like having a baby, you get a baby bonus.
That $5,000 will get you real far.
I know. I'm like, how much would... I mean, even just the hospital bill for when I went in was, I think, around $5,000.
Just their snacks, just the snacks they'll consume in one day. Clean you out on $5,000. Easily.
So the National Medal of Motherhood is what they're pitching, and that would be given to moms who have 6 or more children. And
what?
That's a terrible...
Dude,
this
is
a reward program that has been utilized by Adolf Hitler, by the way. In 1930s Nazi Germany, Hitler introduced a Cross of Honor for the German mother, a decorative medal that honored children-rich households. And they had bronze medals, silver medals, and gold medals for mothers that had 8 or more children.
Unbelievable.
These are the...
Jesus.
This is the problem.
Let's get some ideas knocking around.
If you're in a family that has like 9 siblings, don't take this personally. But your parents, that is the problem. We don't want the families to make 9 kids. You're hogging up all the...
Well, it's never the people you want to have 9 kids.
No, never. No, you got like that Octomom weirdo.
Yeah, or like a Kardashian, and you're like, stop breeding!
Stop.
Please!
And what you need is some of the other people to
the
pop
smart
out.
people who are like, I don't want to have kids. I'm like, but you should, please!
I think really, which country banned you can only have 1 kid?
China.
Maybe that's the one we look into, because that one, I think everyone can kind of handle 1 kid. 1 kid seems easy. Once you get more than 1, then you're like, oh man, why did I quit? 1 was good situation.
You think your whole life would be different if you just had 1?
I think so. I think there is something to that. Yeah, that
you wouldn't have had to buy 2 milkshakes yesterday.
Right. Just on that alone. Although she probably would have convinced me to get her 2. But I would be like, all right.
But that's not fair. Okay, fine. Up 2.
Yeah, this medal of birthing is a terrible idea. You should give them a Nuva ring is what you should give them. Don't give them a medal. Jesus Christ.
Rings are better than medals, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
agree?
women love rings.
I know you make fun of me for being a serial returner, but as I've said before, returning things not only creates jobs, it's giving opportunities to people who don't want to pay full price for things. And in a world of online online shopping. There's a new physical store that is open, and it's crushing it right now. And I think more of these will pop up before you know it. It's a store where you buy mystery pallets. We talked kind of about this yesterday.
Yeah, I love it.
But this is a whole store dedicated to pallet shopping.
Nadiri went from working a 9-to-5 job to opening what she says is the first of its kind store on Long Island. She says all items are new, but either had a damaged box, wrong shipping address, got replaced with an updated model, or they were returned.
The return goods are not just because there's something wrong with it. It's because the customer probably didn't like the color, they didn't like the size, so they returned it.
The 12,000 square foot warehouse has more than 150 pallets to choose from.
Look at all the stuff that you get in here.
Roll the dice and you have no idea what you're bringing home until you open the boxes.
We don't know what we're receiving every week when we place an order, but when we do get them, we open the truck and we just get blown away with what we find.
And so you can buy pallets for anywhere from like $300 to like $2,000, and they'll find brand new gym equipment.
Great.
Look
at all the stuff in here.
Yeah, look at all the stuff in here.
Yeah, I'll tell you what they're going to get in their future. They're going to get a bunch of Allie's return panties after she shoots her panty haul video.
Oh, yeah, and they'll be right in a box with a bunch of other things. But they said everybody... Well, these underwears are huge. Who buys this stuff?
It's one pair on one pallet for
It's
Allie.
just this one guy buying every pallet.
He's shocked.
Look at the dishware and more underwear.
He's shocked every time. Hey, what is this? The whole belt full of
Oh, look at this.
All right, well, there you have it. There's some news for you. Let's get into a brand new hour of the show right now. Here we go.
Klein Alley Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Hey, Rob Ray. You guys make me belly laugh every day. Thank you so much for everything. Keep up the good work. Love you.
All right, this hour on the show, we will get you fed. LA Pizza Fest is back. Pizza City Fest Los Angeles happening at LA Live. Limited tickets available if you didn't already buy them to get in. I'll be hosting on Sunday, but Saturday and Sunday, the best pizzerias in all of Southern California. Same place, same time, plus food, plus drink, plus desserts, and a good hang with some great people in the world of pizza. We will get you in this hour on the show. Also, we are less than an hour to go to get you into Dodger Stadium for My Chem in the pit. So be ready to call and win those tickets as well. If you want to interact with the show, the number is 800-520-1067. We will get to cruise news in a moment, including an update. Vanessa almost died. We have a near-death experience, a near-death that happened either on the boat or just off the boat. And as you know, there's always, seems like these days more than ever before, people go, quote, missing after a cruise, or they fall off the side of the boat. And I could see Vanessa chasing a butterfly or a ball or something a child would do and running right off the boat into the ocean.
Yeah, but I don't think she could reach the railing. I don't know how she would fall off.
Well, we'll get into that coming up later this hour on the show and other things as well. So get ready to have potentially the greatest morning of your life, and thank you for spending it with us. Also, Butt Stuff is back, and the Klein Alley Show job fair returns. So if you're looking for a job or looking to hire, we will connect listeners together and make dreams come true on Alley Show. How would you like to take a mini vacation right now, free of charge? All you got to do is hop on the boat with Vanessa for some cruise news.
Cruise news.
Currently on some sort of a cruise that I believe left Long Beach and is making its way into and out of Mexico before returning back here to Southern California. Where we left off, Allie, she had a big plan that she was going to get off the boat and do some, in her words, tequila testing, because she didn't know that the actual phrase is tequila tasting.
No, she was going to test it all out.
She is in the middle of her tequila testing, and it clearly works.
So I was about to get you guys a bottle of tequila, but the guy thought I was stupid, and I was like, it's for my coworker. $140. I was like, sir, come on, buddy. Look at my face. $140? So you're not going to...
I'm a child. How do I have $140?
You shouldn't be selling me liquor anyway.
Yeah,
you're under arrest.
I got a piggy bank here, whatever that'll get me.
So you're not going to net tequila bottle today. Maybe tomorrow.
So then she left a new...
What's the difference between today or tomorrow?
I know. That's what I don't understand. It's like, she's so easily convinced of anything. Like, no way. Okay, fine.
Right. Well, you'll hear that.
She has your negotiation tactics.
So where we left off, this is what she said.
So you're not going to net tequila bottle today. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see.
And then exactly 6 minutes later, we get this update.
I got you a bottle. $65.
So
is that what they told her when she was walking away? $65. $65.
Yeah, she
okay.
goes. It's funny because she doesn't understand the negotiating that happens, especially at the ports, like on a cruise. That's like the world of that. Like,
I've never been, but I can imagine.
Must be some rich American on a fancy cruise. What is this tequila? I don't know, $140. No, thank you. Okay.
And she's like, look at me in my face.
Right. And she could have gotten probably gotten that down even lower.
That's probably at a Ralph's.
Right. $65 for a bottle of tequila in Mexico is still very expensive.
Right.
For a bottle of tequila in Mexico.
So, but wouldn't you agree that all this stuff you could probably find anywhere?
Yes. And I bet you that when she comes back and gives us this bottle of tequila, which I'm sure we'll be excited to take, we could probably look up and find it, and it's probably at Bevmo.
It's called Don Julio.
It's right, $25 at Bevmo, because they do get you. That's the whole idea. You get caught up in the whole, I got to buy it while I'm here.
Yeah. But
it's only get this here. And then you realize, oh, really? They have it at Target? Oh.
Johnny,
Whoopsies.
put up the picture of her in the after she bought the tequila, because I have never seen somebody happier.
Yeah, you got to see this.
I mean, Vanessa just seems so happy about buying this tequila, which I think later she's going to regret spending $65 on us.
She got definitely ripped off on that bottle of tequila. I have no doubt about that. But then, of course, the problem is when you go tequila tasting all day is that eventually you get hungover, and here she is talking about how she almost died.
Almost died. I almost died.
All right, I want to guess, Allie, how she almost died, according to her. She's going to take us on quite a journey now. But this is Cruise News with Vanessa, who's running around Mexico right now, on and off the boat.
I think to get back on the boat, she was stumbling and fell off the dock.
Okay, into the water. Interesting guess. Omar, any guesses as to how Vanessa, quote, almost died?
I think she was going to fall victim to a kidnapping, and she averted it somehow.
I almost died.
Yeah, she does look like a child. That is possible. Maybe they thought she was a piñata. Started hitting her, waiting for candy to fall out. Let's find out.
Cruise news. It is 10:15 in Puerto Vallarta. We got back on the boat, I don't know, like 5, I think. Anyways, guys, almost died. I almost died from drinking.
From drinking. There's the culprit. She did buy the unlimited drink wristbands, and she said the only way it would make financial sense is if she had 15 drinks a day.
That is a daunting thing.
Also,
I paid for unlimited. Was it worth it? Let me make sure it's worth it.
But I'm also surprised because this is very much not an El Cheapo move. She's paying for unlimited drinks on the boat, then gets off the boat and probably pays extra to do tequila tasting.
Yeah, and I
on
never
the boat,
understood.
She could have had all the tequila she wanted.
And I was on a boat with some friends one time, and they were like, let's stop at a bar. I'm like, what are we doing, guys? We're on a boat with liquor that we've already purchased. Why would we get off the boat and go buy other liquor?
The vibes. All about the vibes.
Tiny ass shots. I knew this needed to happen at least one day, and it happened today. But I am now okay. I'm drinking water and ginger ale. Anyways, it was a good time. I'm not drinking tomorrow.
So she's now hit her official rock bottom, and she has claimed that tomorrow is not a drinking day.
I'm not drinking tomorrow. Maybe.
But then she's back. But then she's back.
I don't know. Anyways, love you.
There she is. That's been your cruise news.
That was the last little bit of tequila leaving her system.
What an emotional roller coaster. So there we go. We all get to live like we're on a cruise as well.
I love that
Love
she
you too,
thinks
thank
that she was just going to have one day of blackout drinking.
Yeah.
She was like, there was going to be one day like that, and it was today.
Right.
But
Well,
it's going to be tomorrow.
Yeah, and that's a Vegas experience everyone knows as well. Like if you're there for, let's just call it 4 days or over, eventually, usually by the end of day 2 or 3, you're like, all right, I got to take a...
I'm tapped out. Or I'm going to
gotta
go
tap myself
mellow
out.
today
Yeah.
and just kind of drink beer.
But then you can so easily be persuaded back. And with her, it was in less than a second. We'll take a super quick break. When we get back, the return of butt stuff. It must be a special day. It's a roundup of all news involving butts. And then if you have a job that you're looking for, if you are out of work looking for work, we've done this before with great success. The return of the Klein Alley Show Job Fair, where we connect listeners with other listeners.
We've
Some are
gotten
looking.
people employed.
We've
yeah.
gotten quite a few people hired, even if it was temporary gigs. I think we hooked a chef up with a grill company. I mean, there's a cool
There was like a
success story.
delivery driver, and then somebody was delivering like party supplies and stuff.
Oh,
for
yeah,
catered
bounce
events.
houses.
Yeah.
We can make it happen. So if you're looking and you have skills or you need someone, please let us know. We can connect you, and we'll get to the KROQ Klein Alley Show Job Fair. That's all coming up this hour right here on KROQ.
My Chemical Romance finally announced what they have been teasing.
The band are believed to be heading out on a headlining tour.
It is a 2025 tour for the Black Parade.
The Black Parade is also the name of our alter ego on this record. This was a really difficult record to make.
It became the defining album of their career, and for some, the defining album of an entire movement, an entire period of musical history.
Nothing poignant to say, just holy.
It's the KROQ Pit Parade. Win tickets in the pit to My Chemical Romance. Listen to 9 and 3 and 6 to see them on their long-lived The Black Parade North American Tour, July 26th or 27th at Dodger Stadium. Night 1 sold out. Night 2 on sale now, courtesy of Live Nation.
Hey, this is Gerard, and this is Frank from My Chemical Romance. Win tickets all this week.
Win tickets in the pit to My Chemical Romance.
My Chemical Romance and KROQ.
Yeah.
Am I a terrible person because of something I tried to do to salvage Mother's Day yesterday? Allie, here. And I ask you, and I know you probably, Omar's going to say I'm a terrible person regardless of if I even tell the story.
Mm-hmm.
You, Allie, will potentially have my back. You're the only one. Everyone
Well,
else.
that's what you said.
You want to hide the finger? That's what I wrote on the card.
You've got my back.
She didn't like it.
I don't know what you're about to say, but I do know that you were working very hard in Vegas to try and have something set up.
I had a thing set up.
So I even without knowing what it is, I kind of do have your back because I know you were making an effort.
Did you end up flying out earlier too on
Yes,
Sunday morning?
yes.
so that
You
we
did,
could be
you-
with our families.
We
Yeah.
ended up doing maybe the greatest sacrifice you can do, and I include anything a soldier has ever done.
Waking up still drunk.
Waking up at 5 a.m. to get on the first flight out so you can get back. I mean, I'm telling you right now, listen,
That's love.
that means that even just knowing you have that thing hanging over your head, there's nothing better than that later in the day flight out of Vegas where you're like, great, I'll wake up at my leisure. I'll have a nice bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich.
Yeah, the only clock that's ticking in your mind is the checkout clock. Got to check out by 11.
Got to be up by 11, or better yet, do that thing where I call and go, check out, and they're like, they go like, what'd you say?
All right, fine, just room service.
And you go, no, okay, I'll just eat chicken fingers. That's a good. I like that compromise with the extended checkout call you make in a hotel because they're so locked in. Every once in a while, you get someone that has a little gray area, but usually they're like, there's nothing we can do. Checkout's at 11. We are fully committed, and people have to be in the room, and they got to start cleaning it right away. But you know that's not going to happen because they got a couple carts per floor. And then you kind of do that whole, you play hardball with them, and occasionally they're like, all right, 11:30, and you're like, you feels like
you got like, oh my god, I have 30 extra minutes. I'm going to go back to sleep.
Yeah, it feels so. You're on the phone with them 3 hours to get that extra 30 minutes. Totally worth it. So I decided I had some reservations for dinner for yesterday, which are not easy to get. It's like Valentine's Day. I don't like doing it because it's like you feel like you're kind of a sucker.
Of course, yeah. And then the prices are always double or triple. And then there's
Sometimes.
even less options. If it's a brunch, absolutely. There's like 3 things on there you can pick from.
If any restaurant is offering some sort of something with mimosas, you just got to go somewhere else because you can tell they're really going to stick it to you.
As a mom, I just want to say I hate mimosas.
Good.
Get rid of them,
let's put an
please.
end to that. So I had some dinner reservations, and I never make just one. You would think one is more than enough, but I don't know.
You had some backup ones.
I don't know what you can be in the mood for. So I want a couple different styles of food.
Wait, what? What are you doing with your life?
Yeah.
Why don't you just ask your wife, hey, where do you want to go on Mother's Day? And then make the reservation for that place.
I should have done that in retrospect.
Okay.
I just said,
what are you
I'll
doing
make
here?
3.
How many reservations?
3. I had 3.
3?
Yeah, and all
at different times or all at the same time?
All different times, Allie, because I didn't know that was why I did it that way. I said I don't know if she's going to want to go to kind of one of those like early ones where the kids are involved. You know, I guess you got to bring the kids. It's Mother's Day. She's not my mom. She's my wife.
Yeah.
So I did an early one, and then I did a slightly later, but then I did like one that was quote like she would think was like a special. You know, certain
I
restaurants.
wish she had said she wanted to go to all 3.
Is your wife the type that likes it, a day all about her? Because there's, some wives that are like, just a quick dinner in bed. I'm all good. Let's get about our own business.
Here's how every woman is.
Go on. I
They-
can't wait to hear this.
I'm going to stop my sentence.
I would
right now.
love to go down on you for Mother's Day.
No. That's right. No, Allie, it's all the same. Here is I'm not going to give you anything I want. You try to figure it out, but whatever you figured out is not exactly what I want. So now you have to
So not true.
improvise
No.
and come up with a plan B or C.
You're talking about your wife
Well,
specifically.
okay, that's
because
how
the
she is.
people that I know, several of my friends that are in fights with their husbands today
Yeah.
and all through yesterday because they did not even say Happy Mother's Day to their wives.
Really?
No, nothing. Just a regular ass day, and also, I'm tired. Can you clean up? Can you do this? Can you do that? And they eventually were just like, F you, dude. It's Mother's Day.
Do they have
Can't
kids
even...
or no?
Yes, they have kids.
Because I mean, not all women get to celebrate Mother's Day. Can we be honest with that?
What do you mean?
Well, it's a lot of-
you mean like every woman, even if they're not a parent?
Well, I'll put it this way. We had someone that reached out and said that they were doing something special. And we're like, does she have kids? And my wife's like, she has 2 dogs. I'm like, that doesn't count. She doesn't get Mother's Day. 2
No,
dogs.
absolutely not.
So what is that about?
So what? She's taking herself out, or she was expecting everyone else to join her?
No, she was doing something special for herself because it's Mother's Day and she has 2 dogs.
Well, I mean, no one else is going to do it.
Didn't our boss send an email over the weekend?
Oh, I saw that. To the fur moms or whatever.
Oh,
the
gosh.
furry
Shut up,
moms
boss.
or something like that.
I'm sorry, there's no fur moms that are included in this, dude. No,
I'm a pretty lady.
it's way more difficult to raise a human being.
So long and short of it is I land yesterday. I get back pretty early. And I think to myself, between the airport and my house, I'm going to probably see 50 people on the side of the road selling flowers, which is great because all I got to do is buy some flowers. I didn't see anyone selling flowers yesterday. And I was like, I got to.
That's crazy because there were so many on the way to the airport on Friday.
I saw them everywhere.
Oh my god!
I don't know how I couldn't see them, and I kept going. If I turn down this street, there's got to be someone selling flowers. Got to be someone selling. No one stopped at a place that had flowers. They said everything they had there was reserved already. Every flower was reserved. So I said, is anyone not going to pick them up? Can I buy a?
Why didn't you make a reservation for those, dumbass?
I made all the wrong reservation. to the Klein Alley Show job fair in a moment. So if you are currently looking, have a skill, or potentially looking to hire, just call, let us know. We'll talk to you all and potentially connect some listeners with other listeners so that we can give people jobs that they need. And apparently a lot of people are saying layoffs for all these LA workers in the near future. So maybe it's a good time to get ahead of that and figure out your next great opportunity. The Klein Alley Show job fair returns. We'll take your calls now at 800-520-1067. But first, Allie, when there is butt news, you better believe we round it all up and we bring to you butt stuff. It's time for butt stuff.
It must be a special occasion. Oh, yeah. It's time for butt stuff.
We'll start with a different story, but I want you to hear this.
We had to call a damn kinkyologist for this one. A horrible sex toy-related injury.
That'll be coming up in this exciting edition of Butt Stuff. But first, Allie, this is a story that I think you were probably unaware of that does involve butt, at least indirectly.
That wasn't the only record to fall tonight. True freshman Mackenzie Butt belted a two-run bomb in the fifth inning. In doing so, she plated her 67th and 68th RBIs this spring, a new Mountain West freshman record.
Congratulations to Mackenzie Butt. You've probably been made fun of your whole life for that name.
And now you redeemed yourself.
And now you're one RBI away from 69. So congratulations.
Even funnier.
Then there's this story involving butts, Allie, in the news.
New this morning, the Ailey Iron Knights 13th annual Iron Butt Ride fundraiser will kick off this Friday.
I did not know what that was.
Dwayne, start by telling us a little bit about this.
We ride nonstop. We play.
She seems very uncomfortable.
Don't say iron butts. Don't say iron butts.
Dwayne, start by telling us a little bit about this.
We ride nonstop. We plan a ride every year, 24 hours.
Wow, that's a lot of riding. That's the Iron Butt. That's how they earn that name.
Oh, man, you develop a callus at that point.
I know that there's another butt-related story, Allie.
Well, did you hear about the influencer who got hospitalized with butt frostbite? Because she did a whole bikini photo shoot, like in Sweden or Switzerland or something, and she spent so long out there doing the photo shoot that her ass got frostbite and she had to go to the emergency room. She's okay.
She's fine.
But did they have to remove part of her ass?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't think it was that bad, which would have been a great video as well.
Yeah.
I had to get part of my ass chopped off because of frostbite.
She wants to go viral. That's the way to do it.
But there is also another trend that is happening now. They've been seeing it. They saw some of this at the Vanity Fair party at the Oscars and at Fashion Week. Some celebrities like Julia Fox have been doing it, and it's ass cleavage.
Oh,
or even kind of the plumber crack
Yeah,
look.
that's apparently high fashion right now.
Yeah, Zoe Kravitz did it. Julie Fox, as I mentioned, Katy Perry was showing her butt crack. So a lot of people, are doing the whole butt crack look, like the low-rise jeans or having
be good at that.
a dress that has like a butt crack hole.
Give the YouTube audience a little bit of a taste, Klein.
Only because it's popular now and trendy. I will give the YouTube audience a little butt cleavage. I think it's regular.
You do unintentionally give us butt cleavage.
He does.
I do.
Every time you bend over to get your phone cord that you don't know where it is.
Yep. I spent a lot of time bending down looking for stuff, and I apologize. But now, once again, who's trendy, who's fashion forward?
It's you, baby.
This guy with the butt clip. We'll wrap up this round of butt stuff with a special treat for the YouTube viewers right now. But then there's this, Allie, the biggest butt stuff story of the week.
We had to call a damn kinkyologist for this one. A horrible sex toy-related injury. One woman says she was badly injured while undergoing an MRI scan at the doctor's office or hospital. She was wearing a butt or ass plug.
I don't know why he felt...
butt or?
I mean, it was whatever you want to call it.
I think he had it pretty much cleared up with butt plug. I don't really want you to throw that other one in. This is the guy
I should give them an alternate.
That guy's definitely on the prompter, and he's going I think it was probably in parentheses ass, but he didn't want to say that, so...
Or ass plug, whichever you want to call it. Butt plug, ass plug. Which she had...
They doubled down on that.
Wow.
Guys, the news anchor of the century.
Which she had no idea contained a piece of metal inside. As a result, the magnets from the MRI dragged right through her body.
Oh, man, that sucks.
And her ass.
Body and or ass carrier.
It's unclear how she's doing today. Joining us to talk
This guy's the
Thanks
best.
for the update,
It's
buddy.
unclear. I mean, it sounds terrible.
It's unclear how she's doing today. Joining us to talk about it, kinkologist Lady McCallan.
Well, oh, he really does have a kinkologist.
This guy is a real newsman. I mean, he's looking for every angle for the story.
So first of all,
Listen.
why are you getting an MRI scan with a butt plug
I honestly don't
in
know.
the butt?
Like, I'm probably...
Because in the mouth, that'd be weird.
A butt plug. Where?
In the
In
butt.
the butt.
This guy deserves every journalism award out there.
the kinkiest people you know, right?
Uh-huh.
And this one even is something that's like kind of like, why would you do that to yourself? This is actually the second time in the last couple of weeks that I've heard a story exactly like this. So one of my partners had his gallbladder rupture, so he went to the ER and he had to get it removed. And when they went to get an MRI, they asked me, because apparently they had seen me on the news, and they were like, does he have any toys in him? And I didn't know what they were talking about. I didn't know what they were talking about. I was like, what do you mean, toys? And I was like, he's dying. Can you help him?
Right.
And they were like, no, a man actually is suing a sex toy company because he had a butt plug in and it said 100% silicone, but it had a cord that was metal, and he didn't know.
Mhm.
And it shot through him, and they said that it shot through him at the speed of sound.
Oh, man. So lots of stuff happening in the world of butts.
Or ass plug.
Thank you,
Thank you.
sir. Thank you. We're very clear about that. Once again, we don't know what was
Everyone calls it something different.
We don't know what
All
was
right?
inside of that man's.
I want to cover them all.
Right, so there you have it. That's been a roundup of butt stuff. Congratulations. Here we go. I did promise the viewers.
Oh, now we're going to lose subscribers.
Come on. All right. Yeah, we're almost at 100K. Oh, Lord.
K-Rock, Klein Alley Show. Thank you for all the wonderful feedback for that last segment we just had on KROQ. Greatly appreciate the text line at 800-520-1067. We got a job fair to get into right now, and if you're looking for something, maybe looking for a change, need another side hustle, we've done this before with great success. Couldn't believe all of the people. I was not surprised with all the people that were looking for a way to make money, but what I was surprised about is all of the listeners that were able to then call in and say, hey, that person that called and said they're looking for this sort of a job, I actually need that.
Yeah,
and we were able to connect listeners with each other, and some people actually got hired and got real jobs. Someone I think is still in the job now because they sent us a thank you note that they just hit a 1-month anniversary at a job that we set them up with by doing this on the radio.
Well, when you think about it, when you apply for a job, you're one of many applying for a job, and what are you going to do to stand out at all, right? And put yourself at the top of the pile. So if you have something in common, like, for example, a morning show.
Ass plug.
And butt or ass plugs.
You have that in common for sure.
That's something that is common ground. And
Omar found his new favorite drop. Get ready. You're going to be hearing a lot of that.
But I think that when you get a job that lasts a long time, I feel like inside word of mouth, recommendations, those are the best people.
So if you're looking to hire, let us know. If you're looking for a job,
butt plug?
Looking for ass or butt plug, let us know. Johnny, what is it that you are looking for?
I am looking to get a job wearing butt and or ass plug.
Oh, you've come to the right place.
All right.
Come to the right show for that. We got you. What do you need?
I do architecture. My main strong suit is education, K through 12, higher education. Do models, and from the models we cut construction drawings from that and get them approved so we can build schools.
Oh, so you like to build schools?
Yes, sir. I do the plans for them.
Right,
I do architecture.
But would you be open to a unsanctioned, unpermitted garage conversion?
Absolutely.
Okay, great.
Is that you?
I can help with that.
Is that what you want?
Potentially. No, I'm just.
Are you sleeping in the garage now?
I plan on moving into my garage any day now, so I need to know. All right, so Johnny's looking for construction.
Well,
he can do plans, or he can. And it sounds, I don't know what he said, K through 12, blah blah something or other. He's developed schools before, which seems important.
Wouldn't you want to expand a little bit, because architects and construction seems like something that's very in demand right now for all the people who lost their homes in the fires and things like that. So if you're maybe going to just do a single family home instead of an entire school, there's probably more work out there.
But I'm sure he probably could do all that stuff, but he has a specialty specifically. I don't know how many architects specialize in building schools.
Yeah. Just like, if there's no gym, I'm out.
All right, maybe you could build a school for Johnny so he can go back to school and actually learn something. That'd be a good idea. But all right, if
draw the plans and then give it to him.
Anyone's looking for a construction guy, he seems like he can do all the things. Give us a call, 800-520-1067. Gabriel, what are you looking for? It's the Klein Alley Show Job Fair. It's back. What's up? Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. What kind of job are you looking for?
I'm just looking for any
what? This guy is...
Hello, sir.
Busy driving.
Unhireable.
Sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Well, we can hear your blinker very loudly as well.
Make the left or the right. The choice is yours.
So I've just been driving Uber for 3 years, and it's really exhausting, man. I'm pumping out 12-hour shifts and everything, so I just want a different job, something more fun.
And what is your skill set aside from being great on the phone?
I'm very good with my hands. I've done pretty much every job that you can think of, Office Depot, Universal Studios. I've done construction, you name it. I've done it.
And you're a reliable guy? Like, I mean, if we vouch for you, because Allie and I will give our official recommendation to any listener of the show who's looking for work, you will not let us down?
Absolutely not, Klein.
What is your biggest weakness?
My biggest weakness? Allie, honestly.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Thanks so much for that.
I can relate with that.
Well, he's funny.
That's the show's biggest weakness, too. We can relate. Well said. All right. Any follow-up questions, Allie, before we open this up now to people that are looking to hire?
I think I've heard everything I need to.
All right. If either of these guys sound like someone that you could hire, let's go. Let's make it happen.
747 said, I'm looking for a job where as long as my mouse is moving, I'm making good money.
Oh, yeah.
Any recommendations?
There's a lot of people that have those work-from-home jobs. Just got to move the mouse every 20 seconds.
Got to get a gig like that.
That seems like that's the sweet spot right now. Good luck taking that from us, AI. 800-520-1067. Let's change someone's life for the better next year on KROQ. KROQ, Klein Alley show in the middle of the job fair, connecting people. It's very nice. A lot of people cannot come on the air now, but they're connecting off the air. We think, Johnny, hold on, let me just say, Johnny, good news. You were looking for construction work. We have a few people that have reached out that we're going to try to connect you with off the air, okay?
Oh, that's amazing. I appreciate you guys so
hold
much.
on 1 second, dude. Hopefully it works out. Hopefully you don't disappoint us. Gabriel, currently no takers on you.
Oh.
All right. Just letting you know, it's a tough job market out there. But fear not. We got to go through all these calls, and we're a man down in the back because Vanessa's drunk on a boat right now. So Johnny's fielding all these calls, and we will connect as many people as we can. And I know a lot of people saying they can't call now because they're at the job they would like to leave, or they think this job's going to end. Will we be doing this again? Yes. Once a month, we'll try to do one of these Klein Alley Show job fairs to connect listeners with each other. So
I think it's a nice regular thing to do. 818 wants a job at KROQ. Does anybody at KROQ need my graphic skills? I can do graphic design, and I would love to work for KROQ.
Make us 1,000 stickers and send them to us. Thank you.
Do work for free, and maybe we'll hire you.
Yeah,
818 said, I just got a master's in statistics, and I need a job in machine learning or finance. And I would
come to the wrong show for that.
You're going to be fine.
Omar, play the butt clip again and let this guy know he's in the wrong show for a legitimate job in statistics. All right,
or as plug.
Yeah, that's the show you're at. You've come to the wrong show for that. That may be a Seacrest request.
That's more the right lane than this person 626 who's a notary.
Mobile notary. I see them all over the place.
I basically confirm identities and make sure you are the right person signing the legal document. I'm looking to connect with any real estate agents or loan companies to assist them with signings.
Yeah, this is a good gig. I've seen these people driving around all the time in their cars. Mobile notary. They make
a big to-do with the papers, too. They're like, here's another manila.
I've lived over 40 years on this planet. I don't think I've ever used a mobile notary once, but they're all over the place. It must be a booming business. I don't know what they're doing, but it seems great.
A passport. It's like, this is something that's very official and needs to happen now.
has to happen now, and I'm too lazy to drive to a UPS store. So you will come here, and you will do it at my place. We take a super quick break. When we get back, your actual news, ADD news, then we get you into the pit, My Chem at Dodger Stadium. So much good stuff, and we still have these Pizza City Fest tickets we will give you before we get out of here this morning. So let your mouth start to water for that. It's all coming up next, KROQ.
Klein.
Alley.
Show. KROQ.
Klein Alley Show. KROQ.
Did you?
Jake, we tried to help you, man. We really did. And this would be the third attempt at a sex experiment with Jake the Nerd. The guy is on a 5, 6, or 7 month dry spell now since moving in with his girlfriend. Usually that's when you would think the relationship was at its best. When you first move in together, but you're not married. You still got all that fun of reckless sex, no kids to ruin that.
Gosh, that's amazing.
Good
and you can have
times.
sex whenever you want.
Whenever. You're living together now. No reason not to.
Wherever you want.
But for whatever reason, Jake has entered month number 6 of a dry spell. And we've given him 3 different sex experiments to try to bring anything into this guy's life.
Mm-hmm. And in a lot of ways, he's doing it to himself. But I also do feel bad. But I know that he could change his situation if he really put his mind to it.
A lot of people on the text line also claim that they can out-dry spell Jake, and that's not really what this is turning into, a battle of that. But if you've ever snapped a long dry spell, maybe you had something that worked for you, because we've tried, and I thought yesterday was going to be the slam dunk home run for Jake, because those giant flowers that arrived here for Vanessa, sent by a listener, she didn't know. She didn't want them because she didn't know who they were from, and she was creeped out. We convinced her there's a hidden camera inside, so we gave them to Jake to give to his girlfriend, because he never does nice things like that for her.
Yes, and I think this would be something that made her feel loved, because there are plenty of times where he's ditched her to go see shows. He's bought gifts for himself at those shows without thinking of her and giving her anything. I think for Valentine's Day, he picked up some flowers at Vaughn's.
And like a chocolate
and
bar.
chocolates.
A chocolate bar. So anyway.
Because we told him to.
Right, we told him to. Anyway, here is him attempting to give her the flowers. And any woman would, I think, for the most part, be like, wow, this guy spent, it's a real deal. I mean, you can see pictures of this on our socials. So
it's beautiful.
$400 operation here. Listen to this.
Hey, I got you a present. I have a present.
Even the way he says it, it's like,
Come here, you.
Hey, got you a present. It's like, you don't even set it up nicely.
She loves him supposedly, so
no,
maybe this is
Does
charming
she say
for
that,
her.
Jake?
Sometimes.
She says, I love you to you?
Yeah, if I say it first.
Oh, my God. Are you sure you're still in a relationship?
I hope so.
Like, maybe she thinks that you guys have broken up. Have you ever checked?
Like, I don't...
Allie, I think you're right. When you hear this, you may even lean even more into that theory, because,
really?
listen. Yeah.
Hey, I got you a present. I have a present for you.
Yeah, what?
Yeah,
That's like
what?
the help.
She
Yeah,
seems
what do you
annoyed
want?
by it.
You're out of your wing.
How did you get it?
What do you mean, how did I get it?
Did you steal from someone?
Oh, my...
Did you steal it from someone? It's her first question.
Did you find this on the side of the road? It's her first thought.
Dude, the presentation is everything, Jake. You show up.
She was gone when I got home. I was going to do it right when I got home and surprise her. I was going to have this whole thing, but she was gone. So she came back later during nap time. I was asleep. So this is after I woke up, and she was in the house, and I'm not good at this.
So if you had...
Clearly.
Yeah, we know. You ran out of stuff.
Yeah.
But if you had known when she was going to be home, maybe you could have stayed awake and been waiting for her. And, oh, my gosh, you're not taking a nap for once, and you brought her flowers. Like, that probably would have upped the game.
Or rip some of those petals off and have a little trail leading up the steps to her place.
Why didn't you tell me that beforehand?
Can't. We can't
micromanage every part of it.
Yes, you can. Baby bird me.
Listen to this.
What do you mean, how did I get it?
Did you steal from someone?
No, I didn't steal from someone.
Is it real?
Yeah, they're real.
What?
Yeah. Careful, it's heavy.
Why? How did you get it?
I got it for you.
I don't think so.
Yes.
You don't do this kind of things.
She's so
She can see right through it. I love it.
She knows this is so not something you would do, but
you can tell though that she loves them.
That first that genuine reaction
like,
of they're really for me.
Yeah.
They're real and they're for me. It's like she's craving this, and you give it to her, but then it's ruined.
What do you mean I don't do this kind of things? I've gotten you flowers before.
Yeah, but not like this. Tell me the true story.
I got it from work.
Oh,
why would you crumble
little bitch?
so quickly, Jake?
Honesty is important in a relationship.
No, false. It'll ruin you.
You've gone with honesty, and it's gotten you nowhere, dude.
You're
Just try it again.
You're going to try and give her the flowers again.
Yeah, I'll take them back. Someone else send some more flowers here. And I'll try again.
Listen, dude. All you had to say was, I wanted to do something special because I haven't done anything special in a while, and I love you. You don't say the thing about the sex. That will be hopefully what comes of all of this. But then when she breaks you down within 1 second, you go, I got him from work.
I got it from work.
Yeah, I know, of course.
Of course. See, right away.
They were sent to the station.
Oh, my God.
For me to give to you.
Of course not.
They were sent to our producer by some listener.
Be better.
And now, and even worse.
I'm being honest.
Dude, it's like you were so brutally honest here. You could have. You really listen to Vanessa. You didn't have to say they were sent to another woman. I mean, you've really ruined all of this, dude.
I didn't say woman. Some listener that freaked her out. We did a bit about today, and they're like, "Why don't you give these to your girlfriend? She'll like them," and see what she says. So,
Jake
told them that I didn't believe it.
I'll tell them that you didn't believe it. Do you like them?
I like it. What, you will have to return this one?
No. You can have them.
Yeah.
Listen.
I guess I can.
Listen to how it ends. 5 seconds ago, she's going, wow. And now, like, just by Jake talking, we get to this.
Yeah.
What happened was she thought for a split moment.
Yes.
My boyfriend did something nice for me, and then it ended up not only are they not my flowers, and not only did he not pay for them, they were given to somebody else by a creepy person.
Right. It's like
now they're weird, creepy stank flowers.
Right,
she likes them.
No, she doesn't.
I always wanted to put these flowers on a door.
Now she wants them outside, she just said. She wants to put them outdoors.
Like a rose bush?
No, right here. On the table.
Oh, you want to put them on the table?
Yeah, it looks nice over there.
Yeah.
But you might want to sweep.
But you might want to sweep. Are you her assistant, Jake?
Yeah, I have chores now.
Sweep the table?
No, everywhere.
Or sweep everywhere? All right.
No, that's today. Why you get it instead of other people got it?
Well, I don't know. I guess they wanted to see if maybe you thought if I gave it to you, you would think I was sexy.
What?
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that didn't end well.
I think she was literally about to throw up.
What? I mean, she's just like nauseated by the question, Jake.
Just disgusting.
If I gave it to you, you would think I was sexy.
What?
How do you feel about this, Jake?
I don't feel good.
Yeah, that's it. Checks out.
So she literally orders you around to clean things?
No, I only have to clean like every other week.
All right, Jake. I don't know what to tell you, man.
It's like she's your mom.
It's wild.
You think I'm sexy now?
It doesn't change my opinion about you.
Okay, great. Well, that's sad.
I think you should legitimately ask her if she thinks you are in a relationship, because I think she thinks that you have already broken up and that you're roommates.
No, she asked for a back rub.
Jake, read the text line. Just read the last 50 texts. I think that'll give you some perspective.
I don't want to do that.
I think you should.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Take a quick break. We're back with more show. We're getting closer and closer to your MyChem tickets, Dodger Stadium in the pit. We'll make that happen for you in less than 10 minutes right here on KROQ. Until then, though, let's find out what's going on in the world. Your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
All right, the funeral procession for the Pope began this morning. The coffin made its way over to St. Peter's. Wouldn't it be great? Let's get some coffee.
Can we get some coffee?
If Vanessa was here, she would have gotten us coffee by now.
Sure would have.
They had a long process bringing his coffin directly to St. Peter's Basilica, where they did a mass, and they did live stream the funeral mass. And the funeral itself is quite a hot ticket. Everybody's going. Trump and Melania will be there. Prince William is going on behalf of King Charles. President Zelensky of Ukraine. Emmanuel Macron. So pretty much all the major world leaders will be in attendance, but this is just some of the funeral procession this morning towards the Basilica. By the way, the live stream narrators, the people who are kind of doing the play-by-play of the procession, definitely on par with some of those announcers that we had for some of the SpaceX launches.
Oh, right. Same level.
Listen to this energy level.
Santa Teresia Benedicta a
For those of you joining us just now, we are broadcasting the translation of the body of Pope Francis from the chapel in Casa Santa Marta to St. Peter's Basilica, where he now resides before the papal altar. The litany of the saints is being chanted for his repose ahead of the celebration of the Liturgy of the Word.
Wow. This guy's intense.
Very intense and very NPR.
Should have got that butt plug reporter guy on this. It would have been great.
That would have been very exciting.
Add a little life to this commentary.
Yeah, not that it needs to be like an exciting, it's not like it needs to be broadcast like a NBA playoff game or anything like that.
But he has the right, the right verbiage and the right tone for a funeral, whereas the NASA people have that same tone when they're talking about things taken off into space. They're all backwards. This guy's actually delivering it the right way. The NASA people are the ones who are going 3, 2, 1, yay. That's the problem.
And it looks like they're going to check the hatch, because if they don't, the entire thing blows up and everyone dies.
And these guys are getting a lot of jobs. I wish we knew these jobs were available. I would have loved to have been doing play-by-play at the Pope's funeral.
Well, I wonder if... I assume in these events there's somebody whose job it is to do that, and we just never hear from that person because this doesn't happen very often.
I couldn't imagine. I'm sure they just they looked around the room. They go, anyone want to do the live 24-hour coverage of the Pope?
And this guy's like, I'll do it.
No wife, no kids. I'm in. Right.
And all the other priests are like, also no wife, no kids. Yesterday I told you about the Tesla scandal where they are being accused of inflating the odometers to make the warranties expire faster. Now I tell you about an Uber scandal where the prices are being inflated when Uber gift cards are being used. And riders are sharing and claiming that sometimes they have tested this out. To pay with a gift card, they request an Uber, and the price spikes. It's a very different price than when they pay with their regular card. And if this is true, I would assume that this is also major lawsuit material.
Well, I've given and received those Uber gift cards before because you can use them for Uber Eats or rides. Now, I wonder if the same thing is true for Uber Eats. If you're using one of the gift cards, does the price get jacked up of the delivery of the food or the actual food you order? They're already going to be making money. Anytime you're buying a gift card, they're already getting money because they know that the reality is people are usually never going to use the entire card anyway. So there's all these little balances left.
Why wouldn't we use the entire card?
Usually the way it works with gift cards, Allie, there's like 48 cents left on it or $2 left.
No. I put that in my Uber app, and it will use every single penny of that until it's done.
Most people, the way gift cards work is there's just billions of dollars left on the table because people don't use the last little bit that's left. And for them, it adds up into a lot of money. You are the different story because you'll...
I get mad. I think that rideshare apps in general are up to a lot of no good. I mean, if you order a Lyft or Uber in advance, they give you very different prices than if you order it in real time. And then I thought for a second, if you find a price, right, like I'm at the airport, I request an Uber, it gives me a price, and I lock in on that screen. I'm like, okay, that's my price.
We've agreed.
And I'm going to wait until the right the exact last second, as soon as I get my bag, to actually order it,
Oh,
right?
yeah, it'll change.
It changed right in front of me. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's
and
the
then
way
I
it
couldn't
works.
go back.
You're right. Sometimes even if you get a ride, you've agreed on the price, and the dude cancels. You got to start again, and the
then
price
it's a
will
whole
change.
new ass price because they know that you're already trying to request that ride and that you're desperate.
And I'm convinced that some of the riders, the drivers, have multiple phones operating, multiple accounts, and that they will pick up a ride, but then if they get a better option, a bigger ride, a bigger fare, they'll cancel on your ass.
I know, and I admit I
Do
have
you remember,
done
like,
that.
coming out of the forum, I caught that guy who was giving him, like, bootleg rides, and they all had that thing, and they cancel those rides to surge it, and then they'll just offer, like, cash.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I got no problem with that. I'm going to be at the Hollywood Bowl this weekend. I better find one of those guys that's willing to take some cash to give me a ride. I love that. I love feeling like I'm part of something with them, where we're all going to go under the radar for a little bit.
We talked about this a little bit before, but people are starting to recession-proof their lives, and this is happening now. It's reached Gen Z. They're preparing for a potential recession with no-buy lists. So they're creating different things that they're going to cut out of their lives. I've mentioned salon visits, like going to the nail salon, the hair salon.
Salami. I was like, oh, please, don't cut out salami.
They're turning to AI for therapy now because, you know,
Cheaper?
Yeah, it's cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
They're cashing in on fast food survey rewards. So they're doing a lot of surveys to get any kind of little rewards that they can for food. Some are dumpster diving.
Wow.
And people are cutting out like any kind of doom spending trends that they have taken up, you know, of like, oh, you know, I deserve something nice. I'm just going to buy something that's pretty frivolous. So that's why these lists are coming out where people aren't going to buy things unless they're absolutely essential.
Are people still buying
Butt or ass plug?
That will never go away.
Those are essentials, Omar.
All right, cool.
She said not essential. That is essential.
She said non-essential.
Relax. Those are fun. Hey, Allie did challenge us one time. We never did this on the air because I think we all thought it was stupid, but she did challenge us all to live a $0 week where we try to make it the entire week without spending $1. And her theory is that if you take advantage of enough of these things, or you find out about enough, you know, there's a free this going on, or a blood drive where if you give blood, you get a sandwich. She claims that if you are smart, you could potentially live a $0 week.
You'll have no energy left, and you'll be very depleted of all your resources, but you'll make it.
You could walk to a car dealership, pretend to shop for a car, get a free coffee, right? And then,
yeah.
And then you got that. I mean, you're wasting.
You can go to Bob's Furniture, get some free ice cream.
Yeah.
And take a nap while you're at it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of wasted time to do this, but and you're probably also wasting a lot of money on gas just to get around all these places, but still, the concept of the $0 week, I'm interested.
If you put a real effort into it and you do some planning, that's the thing, is all of this takes planning.
Right.
And it takes a little bit of creativity to know where those deals are and how to take advantage of them at what part of the day, et cetera. And you feel really proud of yourself at the end of it when you're able to accomplish something.
Jake said his entire shopping list yesterday. He's like, I got to go grocery shopping. My entire list is water and beans.
Oh, yeah, it's good beans.
And we said to Jake, you made a list. You made a list for that?
He's
goes,
like, I think I can remember it.
It's all right here in his head. But I'm just saying, that is.
Yeah, I forgot the beans.
Those are the times.
Why do you need to spend money on water? That's your first mistake.
You should have written it down, Jake. It's too bad. All right. Let's send you to MyChem, Dodger Stadium. Call it 20 right now. 800-520-1067. That's next. K-Rock.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
All right, you put up with us for long enough. Let's make it worth your while right now. We got tickets for you to go see My Chemical Romance, Dodger Stadium. Iconic band, iconic venue, and you'll be in the pit. So none of those far-off seats where you got to pull out the binoculars to see what's going on. You will be right up close, getting sweat on by the band, and we'll do that for you right now, also at noon, 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock with the great Kevin Ryder back on KROQ. That is true. Perhaps you are listening to this right now. I take for granted the fact that maybe there's new people listening every day for the first time or for the first time in a while, and you may not know the exciting news. The sad news that we're still here, but then the exciting news that Kevin Ryder's back afternoons on KROQ. And Omar says he's the greatest guy he's ever worked with. And
if you guys never heard of Kevin Ryder and want to tune in this afternoon, this is some of the stuff you'll be hearing.
You're listening to the Kevin and Bean Show on the world famous KROQ, 106.7 KROQ.
That's how he rolls.
Yep, I get it. It's a tough one. Every once in a while, you think you got it, you don't got it. And that was after 30 years of saying the station.
That's true.
Imagine. So anyway, that'll be happening this afternoon on KROQ. All right, let's say hi to caller 20, and let's give some great news to... Hello, is this Ryan?
This is Sweet Divots, guys.
Sweet Divots. Ryan in Chino Hills on KROQ right now, and to deliver the good news, here she is, the star of a future panty haul video, Allie Johnson. Go ahead, Allie. Tell them the good news.
Well, you are going to hang out in the pit for My Chem at Dodger Stadium. Congratulations, you have won.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it.
Hey, thank you for starting your day with us. We appreciate that.
See, a free experience this guy just got.
Well,
one final question, Ryan.
Butt or ass plug?
Which one?
Which one? You got a preference?
Let's plug 100%.
That's right. That's right. Well said.
What a great auto response.
Well said.
100%.
Yeah.
I think you said butt plug 100%.
Oh, okay.
I think. Maybe that's just my own mind. If you want another chance to win those tickets without all this useless banter, you'll have a shot at noon today right here on KROQ. show, and every once in a while we are reminded that we need to do more better around here. It's a variety
You guys need to do more better.
Thank you. It's some things we do on the air, some things we do off the air, and people feel the need to leave their constructive criticism or sometimes just criticism on the GOAT line, 844-956-GOAT. And here is someone with a recommendation of how we can do more better.
Guys, you need to put Allie in some sort of dementia or Alzheimer's medication because she can't keep getting away with this, guys. She keeps informing us about the wrong things in the news. She says it so confidently. Like,
this is what Jake's been fighting for a while against Allie, is that she delivers the news, and sometimes the facts are accurate, and sometimes they are very, 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 very wrong.
come on. Even I was confused. I was like, WhatsApp has a selling feature? I was like, that's weird. I have WhatsApp. I looked it up. I was like, I don't see a selling feature here. And then she said, oh, it's one now, like some clumsy, dumb Karen. Like, you too, Jake, you dumbass corrector. Sweet guys. Love you. Love the show.
Oh, thank you, sir. It's always nice
Look, that wasn't me spelling out misinformation. It was just a stupid misspeak, which happens to all of us. We're doing live radio.
We are?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. We're doing live radio.
And Jake, you're one to talk. You did a podcast synopsis the other day about how Klein has a beef to pick with Jimmy John's, which is not what that was at all. It was about Jersey Mike's.
Whatever. Tomato.
Well, first of all, not true. Jersey Mike's and Jimmy John's
are not tomato.
I've never picked a bone with Jimmy John's. I've picked a bone with Jersey Mike's, and I am a fan of Jersey Mike's. I would pick Jersey Mike's pretty much all day, every day.
And that went in our podcast description.
Yeah, and Jake never makes mistakes. And Allie was so excited when she goes, I got Jake on something. He wrote Jimmy John's in the description instead of Jersey Mike's.
We all make mistakes, and I was happy to say I misspoke, and it was the wrong word. I had just been talking about WhatsApp, and then I moved on to whatnot. In my brain was saying whatnot, even though I was saying WhatsApp. And then, you called me out on it because I was saying the wrong thing. It's not like I was trying to report fake news.
Well, this guy claims you need dementia help ASAP.
Yeah, get some tomatoes at Jimmy John's.
And,
Shut up.
And Jake, do you feel that you made a mistake in the description of the podcast? Yes or no?
No, of course not.
See, what are we doing here?
Well,
why can't this man admit that he makes mistakes as well? And he rolls his eyes at me like, Jesus, what an unprofessional idiot lesbian.
Another complaint, shocker, on the GOAT line, a little more do more better. This is from someone who claims that we need to stop talking about Jersey Mike's and or Jimmy John's, according to Jake.
Hey, what's up, guys? Sweet nipples. I am a podcast listener, and I was listening to yesterday's show, today being Tuesday, and Klein, you're going off about the Jersey Mike's sandwich situation, and I get it. But here's the problem. You can't talk about Jersey Mike's in the morning. They're not open yet. And so I'm sitting here listening to you talk about 19 different types of meats and delicious breads and all of this sandwich stuff.
Yep.
And I can't go get a sandwich right now, and I'm starving. Like, I want a sandwich. They're not open.
Yep.
Why would you do that?
I want a sandwich, too. I get it.
That is not cool. Come on.
All right, thank you. Great.
You guys need to do more better.
So there we go. A couple do more betters. If there's things that you're hearing on the show that are not up to snuff for you, we need to do more better. You can always let us know. Would you like to hear a do more better about Postmaster Johnny? People that are upset about Postmaster Johnny for a variety of reasons?
Oh, sure. Come on.
Here's your final do more better. This person is mad at Johnny for something. There's actually quite a few of these. I got a whole folder now of people that hate Johnny.
Well, there was just a call this morning saying whoever is answering your phones is very mean, but I don't know what's being said back there.
Well, Johnny will defend it and say that I don't know what his defense will be, but here is someone who is mad about Johnny and about how Omar's right that Johnny's a turd.
Guys, I think Omar might be right. I think Omar is right about Johnny being a huge D-bag. I didn't want to make this call because, like the other lady said, I try to be positive. But lately, Johnny has been acting like a fucking insubordinate a-hole, honestly. He starts beef with the listeners, the callers. We both know that he's an idiot. Mr. Personality himself debunked that he's a fucking dumbass. I don't know why you guys still do segments with Johnny Doesn't Know. It's clearly he doesn't know shit.
That is clear at this point. He doesn't know ass.
Might as well give more airtime to, what's his name? Mr. Titty Boy. Jake.
Yeah.
But, Sweet Davis, guys.
All right. Well, there you go. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
It's another round of Do More Betters. So people are upset about all. It's funny. People call with these angry complaints, and then they all end with, by the way, I love you guys.
By the way, I love all of you.
I hate this. I hate you.
So
that's stupid. Waste of time. By the way, I love you guys. Thanks so much for the show.
And then the other day, someone was like, "Jake sucks at making the podcast. What does that guy even do?"
Right.
People get so mad.
Oh,
There's not a lot to be mad about.
Here's a Do More
It's all
Better
right.
about Jake.
I have a question. What does Jake the turd actually
I know.
do there, except every time I hear his voice, it makes me change the station. God, he's a whiny little bitch.
Hey, whine about?
So there you have it.
He's busy writing horrible podcast descriptions.
No one reads those anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. Bored lesbians.
Okay.
Look, he wrote another one the other day about my experience on the rover, which that's a misspeak because it was a river, not a rover. Why don't you at least spell check your stuff before you post it?
Hold on. When you hold on, I didn't realize. Allie's got to do more better for you, Jake. Now he wrote when you came back from your trip on the river. He wrote.
He said Allie tells about her experience on the rover, the Mars rover.
That's what I was hoping for.
I'm having him send me his podcast descriptions every day now, and there's a mistake in every single one.
When Jake thinks your stories are boring, he makes them more exciting. He changed you from being on a stupid river.
I do it every day. It's so tired.
Allie was on the Mars rover?
Yeah, all right. Well,
that's cool.
Jake, any mistakes on your end or no?
Hell no.
All right, great.
God damn it.
Got to take a quick break. When we get back, oh, yes, Pizza City Fest is in your future. You will eat up after this.
My Chemical Romance finally announced what they have been teasing.
The band are believed to be heading out on a headlining tour.
It is a 2025 tour for the Black Parade.
The Black Parade is also the name of our alter ego on this record. This was a really difficult record to make.
It became the defining album of their career, and for some, the defining album of an entire movement, an entire period of musical history.
Nothing poignant to say, just holy.
It's the KROQ Pit Parade. Win tickets in the pit to My Chemical Romance. Listen to 9 and 3 and 6 to see them on their long-lived The Black Parade North American Tour, July 26th or 27th at Dodger Stadium. Night 1 sold out. Night 2 on sale now, courtesy of Live Nation.
Hey, this is Gerard, and this is Frank from My Chemical Romance. Win tickets all this week.
Win tickets in the pit to My Chemical Romance.
My Chemical Romance and KROQ.
Yeah!
Timmins Subaru.
I don't think I did the right thing. Can you tell me, Allie, as a woman?
No.
No. Vanessa, can you tell me as a woman when you like being a handshake presented to you versus a hug presented to you?
Personally, I hate hugs. Like, I do them, but I hate them, so handshake is fine.
That makes me so happy that you hate
But it all
hugs.
depends on who it is, right?
Okay.
Yeah, if it's a family member, if I must.
Oh my God! Wow.
If you
what about
must.
your mom?
No, I'm getting used to hugging her.
Oh my God. 30-something years?
I'm awkward. No, but I think a handshake is a good thing.
Yesterday.
I hate handshakes.
Yeah, I agree.
really?
I'm with Omar.
I'm a fist bump.
Oh,
I hate
fist bump
bumps.
is kind of douche.
I don't care.
Kinda
dude.
douchey.
I don't want to shake your hand, especially after COVID. I am out on the handshake. And if somebody does come in for a hug, I do a half hug.
Oh my gosh, that's me.
See, I think the hug, even though it feels like it's maybe more intimate in the sense you're kind of grinding bodies against each other, you're not. There's no skin-on-skin contact. You got potentially up to 4 layers of clothing separating you, so really it's not that intimate.
Yeah.
I asked the question because yesterday I picked up my kids on their last day of school. Final day of school, got them.
And you're like, I should probably hug him.
I should hug these children, but it's weird. No,
I did fist bump.
And the teachers give you like their bag of here's all their art and here's all their arts and crafts stuff you're going to throw out probably when you get home, and then you say, hey, just want to say thank you for da-da, and then I say thank you for, your service, you know. And then there's that moment where, and I noticed other parents, especially the moms that were picking up the kids, are giving the teachers hugs.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
that is strange. Just all overall, she's a teacher. Like I've never seen that happen at all.
I think there's like an emotion sometimes at the end of the year where I mean, look,
or it's the parent being like, "I'm so close with my son's teachers.
Oh God,
we hug."
I
you
gave
know,
my tip out of the hat and I'm out.
Yeah, I didn't really have like
I don't even handshake in that scenario.
I felt like it was usually it's just a wave and it's like
a
See, Ali, I'm telling you, Klein goes to his kids go to some fancy boy school.
Public, dude, it's not a fancy boy school. First of all, the girls.
No. LAUSD was at a school last year. Now,
last week.
Yesterday.
Last
week.
LAUSD public school, Omar.
Nah, you're going to some fancy boy school.
And anyone who had kids that are in kindergarten through fifth grade, yesterday was the last day. I talked to a lot of people there. A million districts.
No.
What are you talking about? You don't even know what you're saying. You're in a different district.
You were talking yesterday about tipping the teacher out like $50.
I know.
Hoity-toity school.
I said, what is the proper amount if you're going to give the teacher a thanks for the
10, 20 tops, man.
That's what listen, the argument I made was...
you said 50.
Yeah, you said 50.
Your wife was even crazy. Like, what?
Yes.
She
and
said
your
that
wife tipped a furniture person $100 recently.
She didn't know. I told her, what are you doing? I said, that was more than the piece of furniture they brought to the house. She's like, I didn't even know. She goes, I didn't have anything. All she had was $100.
All I have are hundreds.
She was back from Vegas. All she had was a $100 bill. Vegas makes it so you get screwed when you go to Vegas because all they do is give you hundreds. ATM, take out $200 in Vegas. They give you 200s.
Mm-hmm.
They don't give you 20s.
I guess if you pay for a fancy school, you should hug your teachers.
It's a free school.
Totally.
Free school. You're missing the point of the story. Do you hug or handshake if you feel like you need to do more than just wave and say thanks for the year?
I think in your case, you would pull a crisp 20 out of your pocket and you'd put it in their breast pocket and go, good job.
I did like I was trying to get a table at a restaurant.
And you pat it all weird.
I folded it up in my hand and I put it in her hand and I shook it and I squeezed her hand real tight.
Thanks, Miss Miller.
I said, don't spend that all in one place. You deserved it. All right, so the answer is
fist bump.
The answer is fist bump. Yeah. Thank you. That's all I needed. I'll know that for next year. When I go to University of Fancy with my kids.
There you go.
It's the Lincoln Park KROQ on Ali show. Good morning.
Klein, Ali, show! Mornings on KROQ.
106.7 KROQ.
Air hugs are the acceptable. I don't even know what I don't even know what an air hug is.
You just put your arms out like, ooh.
I don't really get it. What do you stand apart and just put you're doing like Creed, arms
hug
wide open
in front of each other?
I don't even know. As a teacher, I accept and expect nice gifts at the end of the year. Your kids are probably annoying.
No.
Most Klein's right. Most elementary schools in the Valley ended this week. That's true. Although the last few days, since everyone's given up, they're just these like half days. No one even. What's the point of even going? Mm-hmm. Pickups like 11. Drop them off and turn around the block and go get them again.
I just think there are certain relationships that always remain strictly professional. And parent and teacher is one of those relationships.
310, I'm a teacher. I hate when parents have gone in for the hug.
No, I don't know you. I know your kid.
All I'm thinking is, please don't touch me. I mean, I get it. I felt weird because I did not want to go in for the hug, and I didn't think it was appropriate. But I did see a lot of moms doing the hug, and I wonder if there's a different standard between moms hugging teachers and dads.
Do finger guns.
That's right, dude. Just wanted to be keeping manly.
Thanks for a good year.
Boom. So,
was it a lady teacher?
Yeah, lady teachers.
And
I think you do a honk.
Yeah, you do a ooga.
That's right. I know you're thinking, man, those two look funny.
And we agree, and so do our parents.
So we need to get some plastic surgery, and the only way we can afford that is if you listen to our full radio show every day live on KROQ or download the podcast.
Yeah, which is all free, so I don't really know how we're making money on that, because we get paid terribly.
Yeah, it's a really bad situation, which is why she's got on no makeup, and I'm wearing a shirt that I found in Lost and Found.
I am wearing makeup.
You are?
Yes.
Limited delicious pizza from the best places in Southern California, all available this weekend, Pizza City Fest. We're going to get you in right now. Collaborations, you get those there at Pizza City Fest. And also panels and games. I'll be hosting on Sunday. Of course, the event goes on Saturday and Sunday. Limited tickets available, limited VIP available. All the details up on our socials, I believe, at Klein Alley Show. And the brains behind the operation, joining us for a very special Klein Alley Showvertime podcast later today. And he will either confirm or deny the rumor that L.A. is now a better pizza city than any other city in America. That's all coming up. The way to get your way in is to buy the tickets or win them from us in this exciting edition of Collab or Faux Lab.
Collaboration! Which one's real? Which one's fake? Who is going to collaborate? Which one's real? Which one's fiction? Time to play Collaboration!
You're about to hear 4 collaborations that are taking place, and 3 of them are actually happening. One of them we have completely made up, and you have to figure out which one is the faux-laboration. These days, everyone's collabing with everyone else. Seems like you can't make it 1 week without hearing about how Krispy Kreme and KROQ are teaming up for a shoe or a donut.
And movie releases, everything. I mean, everything is like Minecraft right now.
Everything is collabed. So the odds are these are all real, but one of them we have made up, and if you can figure it out, you are in to Pizza City Fest, a collaboration between pizza and your stomach. If you are wrong, then we will go ahead and turn this into a Caller 20 situation. So just by listening, you have a chance to still win your way into Pizza City Fest. Let's say hi to Roman in La Habra. Good morning, Roman, and welcome to Collab Faux Lab. You ready to go?
Good morning. I'm ready to eat some pizza.
All right, listen to this. We're each going to share with you one collaboration, and you have to figure out which one of us is giving you the made-up one. We'll start with Jake the Nerd. Go ahead, Jake.
The NFL is teaming up with Transformers for team-inspired toys, a first of its kind that will go from robots and change into a fully detailed, licensed NFL helmet. More than meets the eye, indeed.
All right, so it's Transformers collabing with the NFL.
I thought they already did that with that like Transformer robot. Who
That's like the
shows
Fox
up
pregame stupid thing.
I thought Missy Elliott did that at Coachella.
Yes, that's also a collab.
She was
between
a
her
linebacker.
And the Transformers and NFL. Yeah.
And she teamed up with Klein, too.
Thank you. So that is one.
Come on.
That's one option, is the collaboration between the NFL and Transformers. Omar, what's the collab you bring to the table?
Pringles and Miller Lite just dropped this beer-inspired chips. They have 2 limited flavors. It's going to be grilled beer brat and beer can chicken. Those are the flavors you get to choose from, and it's available now in stores.
Oh, man. I used to make beer can chicken all the time. That's delicious.
Can collab between everyone's favorite canned chip Pringles and everyone's third favorite canned beer, Miller Lite. So there you have it. That is option 2.
I'll just have a Miller, I guess.
What do you have? All right, fine. That's fine. Allie, what is the collab you bring to the table?
All right, so this is a company that's mastered the collab time and time again. They're back at it with a new irresistible limited edition product, Doritos, which is always buzzworthy. They're teaming up with the most buzzworthy beverage of 2025, matcha. They're partnering with the matcha company Jade Leaf to release Nacha. Nacho cheese-flavored matcha. Comes in a powdered form in a 16-ounce can, sold at participating Vons and Albertsons nationwide.
Allie claims that Doritos is collabing with matcha to hop on the matcha train for their very own nacho cheese-flavored Doritos. And I bring to you a collaboration that's many years in the making, and it's finally happening. Omar's favorite high-end fashion brand, Balenciaga, is collabing with Dr. Scholl's to make a more comfortable...
Yeah, that's my lane, baby.
That's Allie's lane and
finally,
Omar's
a Balenciaga product I care about.
They are jumping in on the, quote, ugly shoe trend that has been in big development. And by fall of 2025, we can all expect to enjoy some shoes ranging from $575 a pair to $1,750 a pair. That are a combination of...
Isn't that cheap for Balenciaga?
I don't know, but it's expensive for Dr. Scholl's. That I know. And the collab between Dr. Scholl's and Balenciaga is very real. So, one of these is not. We've all tried to fool you. Which one do you believe is the made-up faux laboration?
I think the Doritos and the matcha is the made-up one.
You think that a matcha-flavored Dorito is so ridiculous? That
Well, it would be a nacho. It's actually a nacho-flavored matcha. It's nacho.
Nacho.
It's nacho.
Excuse me. All right, well, let's go ahead and... so that's one you want to... Are you going to lock in on that one, or are you just still thinking out loud?
I'm locking in.
All right, the guy's locked in. on that one. So here we go. Jake the Nerd, let's start with you. Let's clear the deck. NFL and Transformers, is that a collab or is that a faux lab?
That is a collab.
That is actually happening. It's a real collab. Omar, we go to the other chip one, Miller Lite and Cool Pringles.
It is happening.
That is a real collab. I've actually seen that one. Yeah. That is real. So now it's down to the two most ridiculous sounding ones, Balenciaga and Dr. Scholl's, or Ali's Matcha and Doritos. Mm-hmm. He's locked in. If he's right, he's going to go to Pizza City Fest, eat a ton of pizza.
Yes, come on.
I will say that even as I was saying that Dr. Scholl's and Balenciaga were going to collab, I thought it sounded made up. So much
Seems
so,
like a ridiculous thing.
So much so that I didn't believe it myself. But the one I bring to you is actually legitimate. Ali's Matcha Doritos, Nacho Cheese Doritos is stupid. Whatever it is, it's not real. And that is...
They're not Doritos.
Roman, you win. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. You're going to have to roll me out of the Pizza Fest after I finish eating.
I like the sound of that. We can do that for you. They actually have a service there that does that, so it's even better. KROQ.
There's a place off Ocean Ave.
These are probably the two greatest words in the English language. Pantyhole. Pantyholes are all the rage, and I forget what the bet was, but right before Allie went on her life-changing adventure on the river, she lost a bet on the show, and as a result, the punishment is that she had to do a pantyhole.
Championship game.
NCAA championship men's basketball game. I had Florida, and Allie lost, and as a result, we said whoever loses has to go out and shoot and post a pantyhole video. Now, if you're not familiar with pantyholes, I was not. I think this show made me aware of what pantyholes were.
Yeah, and do you want to explain explain what they are, Omar, to anyone who doesn't know? Since
Omar's
you're an
seen
expert?
thousands of them now.
Yeah. Basically, it's ladies like Instagram models or, just the girl next door. They order panties from Amazon and they just try them on YouTube.
And then they go, yeah, look at these ones. These ones are red.
That's all it is.
And then they go, and these ones are
They do like
Hanes.
unboxing, but it's like, they're in packages or whatever.
But is the idea that they're trying to, are they selling it?
That's the idea.
Or
right,
is it just
exactly.
guys like you
They're like
watching it?
underwear experts?
Well, they do this for everything, but a lot of them are for
And
specific...
Allie, I'm really the wrong person to ask about why they're doing this, because that's when I'm not there.
You're
for
not a
that.
customer.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, women watch it because they actually want to know.
Really?
Yeah, like, if I'm going to buy an outfit or if I'm going to buy underwear or bras, what are they, other than just looking at a picture online, I want to see what it looks like on a real human being.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, and they have
people
different
will
body
try
types
them
and
on.
stuff.
Yeah, so it's like, here's somebody with my body type trying on this outfit or these underwear or something. And then if I see how it looks on her, maybe it would fit me, so I'm more likely to order it.
Since we're giant YouTube stars as well right now, give me an idea, Omar, as to how many views these panty haul videos get. Are they getting like...
they're in the millions,
Oh,
dude.
they are. Millions.
Yes.
And what percentage of those views would you guess are people that are actually in the market to buy underwear versus guys like Omar sitting in Rancho Cucamonga watching the videos?
I'm going to say it's probably 99% pervs and then 1% people that are actually interested in buying the product.
Frills.
And do you think that the women that are doing the panty haul videos, do you think they know
Of course they
do.
know.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. They turn it on, too.
They don't think that they're like helping out, like, this is great. All these young women are going to be able to buy better underwear.
not whatsoever.
So they
no.
know exactly what's happening.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of one of those ruses that everyone's in on, but it's
Yeah, it's a
happening
racket.
anyway. And you don't feel like you're being, because it's on YouTube, there's a level of decorum there where your search history is not going to look egregious because you were like,
your playlist is whack.
I was just on YouTube. It's all panty haul videos.
Yeah.
You're just really interested in panties.
So Allie,
I'm doing the research.
Yeah.
Allie lost a bet, and as a result, she will be shooting and posting her very own panty haul video.
Yeah, and I ordered my panties.
This will cure Omar's addiction.
Oh, no.
I can cure anyone's addiction,
Yeah.
especially a sexual one. But I ordered 3 to 4 different types of panties. I'm going granny. I'm not doing thongs and stuff like that. So I did a few different types of granny panties, and I realized that I probably should tell Katie what I'm doing. So I mentioned it yesterday.
So here's Allie breaking the news to her wife that she is going to now be shooting a panty haul video, which I could imagine.
Which her reaction was actually not what I expected. I didn't think she would be supportive
was
necessarily.
it this? Or was it this?
Okay, stop it.
Neither of
She
those.
didn't do any of those
All right.
reactions.
That's the one.
She did tell me I shouldn't do it, and she gave me an alternative.
All right, let's take a listen. This is a hidden audio exclusive.
Did the mail come today? I don't think I checked the mail once when you were gone. I'm waiting for a shipment.
Oh my God! For the entire 10 days you're out of town, she didn't check the mail one time.
No, she doesn't care about the mails.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, this is Allie saying that she's expecting a big shipment of underwear here.
I'm waiting for a shipment of panties. Oh, okay. I have to make a panty haul video. Panty haul?
Panty hole video?
Which is another video series that I'm sure Omar would love.
Yes. Yeah, one little typo. You're in a whole new
put
series.
some holes in there.
Panty haul. Haul? Yeah, panty haul. I've been meaning, I just saw this puke. I've been meaning to clean up the other one. Thanks.
By the
You know
way,
what
she just
panty-
told me about the cat puke on the carpet that she hasn't cleaned up.
I thought she said I just saw this puke.
I just saw this puke and I've been meaning to clean it up.
Was that?
How long has it been there?
I don't know.
I think it's from the second Allie said she's shooting a panty hole video. Katie goes, there's puke there.
I just saw this puke because I puked it.
Instantly puked when I heard your plan.
Panty haul. I've been meaning, I just saw this puke. I've been meaning to clean up the other one. Thanks.
You know, if you have a stereotype of a bunch of lesbians living around the house with cats running wild and panties coming in the mail and piles of cat puke, and you think it's a stereotype, it's a reality.
Okay.
It's happening in Allie's
It smells
house.
great in our house, by the way.
Do you know what panty hauls are? No. It's where people make videos where they try on a bunch of different panties. In the hallway? No, it's like they have a...
Oh, she thinks it's a panty haul.
Like it's a haul of panties, which is another great idea.
Wow, there's so many good
What a
ideas.
haunted house.
No, panty
The
haul.
haul of panties.
In the hallway? No, it's like they have a haul of panties that they bought, and they like try on the panties on the video.
Hey, Omar, how many pairs must they try on for it to be officially a panty haul?
I don't know, dude. I'm just skimming, dude. What do you want from me?
Like, is 3 pairs not a haul? Is that just like a...
Your guess is as good as mine,
I have
man.
10 to 12 pairs. I feel like that's a haul.
That's a haul. I think anything double digits is definitely a haul. That's a panty haul.
And I always buy underwear in double digits.
You gotta buy them in bulk, you know?
No, you're not doing that.
Okay, so she's not happy.
No, but she makes an interesting point.
There's
and
another
I think we should hear her out.
There's another pile of puke now, Allie. Where did this come from?
But I have to for the show.
That's only funny if Kevin does it, not you.
Well, and she's not wrong. And
She's not wrong.
And I was going to do it. And there was a time in that game, a lot of that game, I thought I was going to be the guy posting the panty haul video.
And not underwear that guys would wear, the same underwear that I'm buying.
I don't even think they have guy panty haul videos. Do they, Omar?
I do not know the answer.
Yeah, you're the
They
expert.
should.
You should. You're the expert. You're the panty haul expert.
Why wouldn't it be funny if I did it?
Like, because I think people would like. I just think it's different for women than it is. It's better to make fun of him.
Great.
I mean, it's true.
I agree.
It's not better.
So I think what Katie's really saying, and I agree, is that you should do the panty haul video.
First of all, I don't think people will make fun of you. It'll be more sexy.
Well, I was going to do granny panties.
That's a lot of processing time right there. She said nothing. Just went completely silent on that
The
one.
conversation ends very quickly after this.
Oh, really?
I was just going to do granny. Why are you looking at me like that?
Do your assessment.
Oh man, that's an aggressive
I was about to
slam
start
right there.
therapy, by the way. She was like, do your assessment and start your session, and then closes the door.
I mean,
on
there's
me.
there's something super funny about the concept of you saying, I'm going to do granny panties. Followed by that.
Well, I'm going to make it today after the underwear arrive.
Oh, look
They're
at
supposed
you.
to arrive today.
Hey, bra lady's not enough. She got a taste of being bra lady. Now she's going to go full
Panty
on
lady.
panty lady. This is exciting. It's KROQ. We are Klein Alley's show. KROQ Klein Alley Show. We are out of here. Stick around. Megan Holiday will be in just a moment, filling in for Nicole Alvarez. 40 minutes nonstop KROQ, and more tickets to see Mike Kemp, Dodger Stadium. Get yourself into the pit, into the show, and that'll be happening again in about 2 hours at noon, and then again at 3. And again at 6 with the great legendary Hall of Fame broadcaster known as Kevin Ryder. Back on KROQ. All right, takeaways from today's show, and then we get out of here. We got a bonus pod to do, so get ready for Klein Alley Showtime. That'll be happening wherever you get your podcast. You can search there. Thank you in advance for following, subscribing, commenting, downloading, whatever it is you do. Help us to #grow the show.
You know, it's funny, before we do takeaways, 310 said, my ex did male panty haul videos just with clothes that he was importing from Thailand, and then other guys on Facebook would message him and ask him for some more Reese stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
So that is a business.
It's like it's a private Facebook group, and they would watch and bid on the underwear.
Omar, are you in that group?
Really? No comment.
All right, fair enough.
But I think he would mail used panties to them.
Used. Right, got it. Fair. Yeah, there's a whole
They would
world.
bid on like, oh, that's a great crop of panties. I'm going to buy those new.
Ooh, what a weird...
So I think that's the other side of it, is that, I'll try on these panties and then I'll sell them to you.
A lot of talk about the tariffs. No one's talking about how the tariffs are going to affect all these people sending underwear back and forth. That's a real problem, for sure. Allie, what's your takeaway?
My takeaway is, look at all this stuff.
Look at all this stuff.
Look at all the stuff that you get in here.
Man, that guy's doing a different sort of haul.
There's so much stuff in it.
That's guy's hauling those pallets of mystery pallets. Omar, takeaway?
But or as plug.
Yeah, it's been a theme show today. Jake, got a takeaway?
Snoring is a loud noise.
Snoring is a loud noise. Yeah, absolutely. I wish we had more time for more of these takeaways because they're damn funny, but we got to go. 40 minutes nonstop KROQ starts next. Stick around for that and more. We'll see you tomorrow. If you need us in the meantime, Go Line's open for you now. 844-956-GOAT. And we'll do it again tomorrow and try to do it better. Bye.
Klein.